For the pizza guy.
Sweet, just in time. Game's about to start.
For the gotta run to the store guy.
The dip! Where are they? Hurry!
For the I have to take my kid to a birthday party today parent. The NFL playoffs are not spent on a recliner or a bar stool watching the games. Raiders, Bengals, Saturday at 4 on 103.3 and 105.9 Fox Sports Radio. 92.5 Fox News and the Fox Sports Radio app.
The new year means new opportunity to save money on your insurance.
Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. Now is the perfect time to take a look at your plans for the year ahead. If you're considering a move, getting a new car, have new drivers hitting the road, or just want to reevaluate your coverage and costs, give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. At Chapman Insurance Group, we can save you money for the same or better coverage.
Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right,
Yet
all
another
along.
COVID
On the
record.
radio, on your
I'm
smart
Dave
speaker,
Anthony.
and
Fox
online
News,
at
almost 1.5 billion
rightallalong.net.
cases reported in the U.S. just yesterday, on top of nearly 5 million last week. And while many infections are milder for those vaccinated, COVID hospitalizations also hit a record high, surging 83% the past 2 weeks. The CDC director and Biden advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, will face questions at a Senate hearing this morning.
A Republican group requesting their own investigation. They're looking to probe some of the top brass on the Biden COVID response team, penning a scathing letter to the president, writing, tragically, almost 100,000 more Americans died in 2021 than in 2020.
Fox's Matt Finn. Chicago teachers have a tentative agreement to return to school after a remote learning standoff. Classes may resume tomorrow. North Korea has fired off another missile. Fox's Simon Owen has more live.
Dave, this is North Korea's second weapons launch in a week. South Korea says it seems a ballistic missile was fired into the sea. Only hours earlier, the US had urged North Korea to abandon its missiles. US Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield.
These actions increase the risk of miscalculation and escalation and pose a significant threat to regional stability.
Thomas-Greenfield read a joint statement from the US and 5 allies calling on North Korea to return to negotiations. Dave?
Simon, President Biden will go to Georgia today to push the Democrats' federal voting reform bill in a state they claim now suppresses voting after a Republican-led reform law. GOP Congressman Buddy Carter from Georgia is pushing back.
Here we have the president and vice president coming down to our state telling us that we're suppressing voters when it's easier to vote in Georgia than it is to vote in California, Delaware, and New York.
They celebrated late into the night in Georgia College Football Championship.
Georgia on the mountaintop.
Georgia beat Alabama 33-18 on ESPN. America's listening to Fox News.
Grandpa Joe doesn't want voter ID, but Uncle Sam says we have to do a station ID. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right, all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now through downtown Fort Myers. We're dealing with a crash scene still being investigated over at Fowler and Thompson Streets from an early morning crash. So if you're heading that direction, you'll need to take MLK Jr. Boulevard to Evans Avenue to get into downtown Fort Myers. From there, you can also stay on 41 into Fort Myers. Otherwise, dealing with quiet conditions up and down I-75. No problem spots on the interstate, aside from some volume starting to pick up close to Colonia Boulevard and getting backed up heading south of Alico Road down through San Carlos Park and Estero this morning in southern Lee County. Collier County roads all clear and running up to speed so far and no crashes to report. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Another day of above average temperatures as highs climb into the mid to lower 80s. 82 degrees for a high temperature in Fort Myers under partly cloudy skies. We'll stick with low-end rain chances to start the day before better chances come after lunchtime, and mainly will be inland and east of I-75. Eventually, those showers and thunderstorms should fizzle out overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, we'll see highs drop into the lower 70s after a cold front pushes through. That'll make things breezy for tomorrow as well. Eventually, highs remaining in the lower 70s for the remainder of this week. And by this weekend, we could see lows in the 40s. I'm Week News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596 BACK.
Have you ever had pain down your legs or into your hips and thought, why is this happening? There's a large nerve that comes out of your back that runs down into your leg called the sciatic nerve. This nerve can get compressed by a bulging herniated disc, arthritis, stenosis, or scoliosis. This causes sciatica, which eventually can lead to back, leg, or hip pain, weakness, or numbness. Avoid the band-aids like anti-inflammatories, spinal injections, or painful surgery. Sciatica, as well as bulging disc neuropathy and stenosis, can now effectively be treated with non-surgical spinal decompression at Johnston Spinal Care, 596 BACK. Spinal decompression decompresses the discs and nerves, allowing them to heal. FDA cleared, safe and comfortable. Make a decision to live life without pain. Call my office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596 BACK. 596 BACK. That's 596-2225.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, Managing Partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Attention Medicare recipients. My name is Todd Van Owen. I live, work, play, and volunteer here in our community. New to Medicare, the area, have questions about Medicare Advantage plans, supplements, prescription drug coverage, need a primary care doctor or specialist? Call me, Todd, 896-3100. Unlike football and TV personalities claiming to know Medicare, I've got over 20 years of local experience educating and enrolling folks in Medicare plans. Call me, Todd, at 896-3100. That's 896-3100.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah! Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93 free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, Plumbing Today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
Do you really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's True Steel. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for your support for veterans in the military. Educating us. Standing up for conservatism. Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast, and also subscribing to our channel on Rumble. Coming up this morning, all right, is the legislature, the Senate in the state of Florida, the Florida State Senate, Are they stealing defeat out of the jaws of victory? Here we go again. The chance for redistricting, the chance to redistrict the state. This is what happens when you win elections and you have a whole lot of people in the state of Florida who are voting for Republicans, and you have a state Senate and a House of Representatives here in the state that are a majority Republican, along with the governor, and a lot of people like what's going on, and a lot of people are voting Republican, and you have a chance to now draw up these new lines here in the state of Florida. Are they snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory by giving Democrats more than they deserve? I hope this isn't the case. I'm probably going to have to reach out to some people today to double check on what's going on with this, but it's not something that I like what I'm reading. It seems to go along with what has been happening many times in this country, which is the Republicans, they want to, and they do politics in the world that they would like, not in the world that exists, where they do things sometimes that have to do with the way that they would like to be treated, the way that they believe that the world should be, the way that Democrats should come along and we should all get along and it should be a beautiful place with puppies and ducks and bunnies getting along. But no, that's not the world we live in. So what ends up happening is the Republicans do all the good things and the right things and the righteous things and try to get into a space where they would like Democrats to be. And Democrats like, are you really doing that? Oh, that's funny, because we're going to destroy you. And that's what ends up happening. So let's hope that's not the case here in the state of Florida. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. Again, I mentioned this yesterday, and look, sometimes I'm right all along. You might actually say, which would be the case. Thank you very much. I said it yesterday. I said that my concern, and a big concern, and something that people are not talking enough about, is the fact that the left in this country, the Democrats, the media, all the same thing. They don't care what the science and the data and the facts are. They care about their politics, and they care about this psychosis that they're in, where they desperately want and believe that the federal government is the end-all be-all, is the only ones that can save the country. And anything else that has to do with information that would come out, let's say, about the vid, that would be completely opposite of what they believe and want to believe, and things that you would have been destroyed over in the past when it comes to the vid, saying things like a majority of the cases, 75 to 80% of the cases, deaths due to COVID have been due multiple comorbidities. The CDC director said that? You're not allowed to say that, because people have been deplatformed and lives have been destroyed for saying things like that. How come she gets to say that now? Is it because the science is starting to turn around? No. The science has always been there. The fact that the narrative is now turning because people are starting to realize what is and what isn't, and you can't avoid it anymore. But again, how many times there are people that are willing to protect the lies, protect the biggest of lies, not this imaginary big lie that Jen Psaki brings up all the time when she's doing these press conferences about January 6th.
I'll circle back.
Thanks, we appreciate it. No, I'm talking about the lies that continue to be perpetrated about, let's say, for example, Justice Sotomayor, when she said 100,000 children were in hospital and on ventilators. And it's like, that's not true. Why don't you correct her? And instead, Sonny Hostin on The View comes on the program yesterday and is like, well, she's not all wrong, Actually, she was right. What are you talking about? She was as wrong as wrong could be. The numbers are there, but no. She apologizes for her and then tries to make the case to an audience that's just lapping it all up that she was actually right. No. She didn't make a mistake. She was actually right. No. You don't get to do that. Well, actually, they do get to do that because it's the alphabet networks and the local, state, and national media and the liberal propagandists and everything that goes along. Listen, it's not dramatic. It's not hyperbolic. The things that I'm talking about. It's true. How could you possibly do that? I'll have that audio coming up in just a bit. All right, man, there are a lot of stories popping overnight. One of the biggest stories that we hear about is now it looks like Project Veritas is back again. with government documents that have now proven that Dr. Fauci lied to Rand Paul and the U.S. was funding gain-of-function research in Wuhan. The U.S. military report states that COVID was created by a U.S.-funded EcoHealth Alliance program at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. It is now something that is documented, that Project Veritas has their hands on. What happens to Dr. Fauci next? Project Veritas released a new report announcing they'd obtained U.S. military documents proving that Fauci lied to Congress. More specifically, quote, never-before-seen documents regarding the origins of COVID, gain-of-function research, vaccines, potential treatments, which have been suppressed, and the government's effort to conceal all of it. And they've got documents back in August of 21, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, and on the letterhead from the Commandant of the Marine Corps Fellow, DARPA, to the Inspector General of the Department of Defense, carries the subject line SARS-CoV-2 Origins Investigation with U.S. Government Program Undisclosed Document Analysis. And it goes on to talk about how in 2018 EcoHealth Alliance coronavirus research proposal that DARPA rejected because it was too risky and likely violated the gain-of-function research ban, was then funded by NIH and NIAID and carried out, and that SARS-CoV-2, a.k.a. COVID-19, resulted from that research and escaped in August of 19. This is from the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. This is documents that Project Veritas obtained. What happens next, everybody? Where do we go from here? That is the big question. What do we do next? So there's that news that's floating out there. And we're going to have answers to this and how Dr. Fauci can continue to lie to the American people. And there are people that are going to see this and hear about this and go, oh, it's Project Veritas. No. We're still sticking with the script. Just tell us. Just tell us, Fauci. Just tell us what to do. Tell us what this is. You tell us the truth. And your truth is the truth because you're science. No, I'm not kidding. That's, it's science, right?
True international average of pressure.
Yes. So there's a lot of questions. They're still out there, need to be answered. Jen Psaki and Peter Doocy, they got this thing going on right now. The White House press secretary and Peter Doocy, as far as the back and forth and the knocking of heads and how it's clear the kind of arrogance and attitude that Jen Psaki has against Fox News and Peter Doocy, and some of the exchange from yesterday about, again, the COVID test. And this is important even here in Southwest Florida. What you're about to hear is very important for what we are going to hear today, as I believe there's going to be a COVID-19 press conference from Lee Health in just a little while about the status and some of the things that are going on here in Southwest Florida. And I'll explain why it's important in just a second, but listen to this.
But I heard the president say, Google COVID test near me. So somebody isolating with COVID, I did that, and the appointments everywhere were completely jammed. So why is it that you guys were so unprepared for the need for testing after the holidays?
Okay, so there's Peter Doocy who's like, listen, I just found out that I tested positive for COVID over the holidays, triple vaxxed. Jen Psaki tested positive, and she was triple vaxxed, but that's beside the point. So there he is. He's sitting at home, and he decides, okay, I'm going to go on to I'm going to do what the president said, and I'm going to Google COVID tests because we've been told that the federal government is going to be in charge. They've got the tests. They're going to be mailing them to your house. Everything is going to be just beautiful. The problem is that you can't find any tests right now, and the only place you can get tests is if you make do you need me to tell you in Southwest Florida? Have you driven around Southwest Florida and seeing lines all over the place? And it's not because they're trying to get concert tickets to the next Jake the Millennial and Friends concert that's going to be going. Hey, you still doing that concert? You still doing music, Jake? You still doing all kinds of music and stuff on the side?
Yeah, but I'm not going to concerts.
See, no, I'm not saying you're going to, but you're going to have one. I mean, I could see there being long lines like there are at the COVID testing sites. I could see that if you had like a little concert, a little show going on, people lined up, cars lined up to see your little show. Because it wouldn't be a little show. It'd be a big show. How about that?
Well, thank you.
Okay. I just wanted to give you a little love this morning because you looked a little depressed today. All right. So back to this. Everybody knows the testing, the lines, how crazy it is around Southwest Florida. So Peter Ducey says, all right, I Googled test sites. Can't find them. They're all booked up. We don't have anything prepared. How could you be so ill prepared at this point?
Well, Peter, I'm happy to see you back and well. I would second say that there has been a massive surge in cases, as you know, and we're a part of, in D.C. and New York. And there's been an unprecedented, and other parts of the country as well.
I mean, nobody knew this was going to happen, everybody. This wasn't even on anybody's radar. The idea that there could be a spike in cases during the winter. I mean, there's no way. Who would have thought of this? That's crazy.
There's been an unprecedented demand for tests. So what we have done over the course of the last few weeks, even before that, is the president quadrupled our testing capacity since the summer. We opened 20,000 sites across the country, and we have also opened additional federal sites, including one in D.C. only recently. He's also provided, we've also in the process of sending 50 million tests out to community health centers and rural health centers.
They're in the process of sending those tests, everybody. We're going to get them going. Don't you worry about it. We'll get those tests happening. Nothing to see here. Everything is going to be fine. Clearly, it's not working out. Clearly, all the things that they're describing about all these test sites are not working out, because you can't tell me that the surge in tests the way they are and how they are right now is more than what they were prepared for. Now, you might be somebody who believes that nobody imagined in a million years the kind of spike in cases that we are seeing now. And we are seeing astronomical case spikes, and there's no doubt about it. There's also no doubt about the fact that we soon have to step into the new reality that is, this variant is different than Delta. We don't live in 2020 anymore. We're in 2022 and everything is different. And the times have changed. The variants have changed. The deaths due to the variant has changed. And it's time to move into a brand new reality. We got to move on with our life. But there's something else that's bigger. And it goes back to what I was talking about here in Southwest Florida and across the country. When Lee Health and others are going to make announcements as to what is happening with the amount of cases and how prepared we are. Here's the thing. I have a hard time personally, and this is just me speaking personally, and I've talked to other people, and they've said the same thing, and maybe you've been thinking about this yourself as well. How could you possibly not be prepared for the worst case scenario after the past 18 months that we've been through? How can you not, with the money that has been out there, the money that has been thrown around in this country with regard to being prepared with hospital beds and testing sites and everything else, how could you possibly not be prepared? You have to be, right? There's no excuse. There is no excuse to say that we didn't expect anything to be the way it is. Or because if the problem in 2020 was hospital beds and space, how are we doing? How are we doing about getting more space? How are we doing about building more rooms? How are we doing with that? We may be doing fantastic. We may be filling up hospital space. Or are we? Because there's a dynamic that we're not really talking about a whole lot, which is we desperately need, in times of crisis like we have had, space and hospital beds. But if there is no crisis and we don't have a 100 plus capacity, like we're over capacity, there's not enough people, there's beds are filling up and there's not enough people to even man and staff those beds. If that reality doesn't exist, then in a business sense, what do you do with all that empty space? So we live in this dynamic where you can't have empty bed spaces, but you need to have empty bed spaces. So it's about preparation. And if that's something that you can't do monetarily speaking when it comes to the business of a hospital or a health system, then what are you doing in preparation of what could be the worst case scenario? So and I'm sure a lot of these questions will be and have been answered. By the way, I can't see the call screen there, Jake. But again, when we hear all about this and the amount of testing that's being done, and the testing, you know that you're sick. You know the symptoms that you have due to this variant. You know that The death due to this variant is quite low, much lower than Delta. It's a different reality that we live in. And so we have to soon move into that new reality. The question is when. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele S for Ease. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. We'll get to your calls coming up. And some more from the exchanges with Jen Psaki, Peter Doocy, and some others, especially when being confronted with some of the failures of this administration and how Jen Psaki is going to react to all that. And also coming up this morning, a couple of other things, including the economy and the job numbers, and some of what was said over the weekend that I didn't get a chance to play yesterday from 60 Minutes that is so embarrassing, is so outrageous that, again, news outlets will not dig deeper into the bigger questions of why there are so many people who are on the sidelines and not going to work, not going back to work. What are they doing? How are they making money? Where are they getting the money from? Well, I mean, you already know the answer, but they make it sound like they don't know what the answer is. It's just because it's the idea that they just they get to choose now what jobs they would like to have, what makes their heart soar. No, I'm not kidding. They use the words heart soar. It's really weird, creepy, and we'll get to it coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This
all
Fox
along.
Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Traders appear to still be spooked by the Fed, some concerned about what steps the central bank may be taking to curb inflation. The Dow closed down Monday, 162 points, the S&P off by nearly 7. The IRS says it's going to begin accepting 2021 individual income tax returns January 24th. But they're also warning of a frustrating season for taxpayers as the agency grapples with a backlog of returns from previous years, as well as a staffing shortage. Used car prices could finally be coming down to earth this year.
A study from accounting firm KPMG suggests that prices could slide by as much as 30% over the next year. It'll make it easier to buy a used car, but some recent buyers might find they owe more on their car loan than the car is now worth.
That's Cheryl Casoni of the Fox Business Network. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
Wink was there for the heartbreak.
From the Champlain Tower.
Wink was there for the tragic conclusion.
Those remains were found
to be human remains. Wink was there for the justice.
How do you wish to plead?
I plead guilty. Wink was there.
I'm really sorry.
And there.
And there.
Confirmed tornado. Which is why you need to be here. Wink is there when news happens.
And first when news breaks, we know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
I have to go. Tonight on the CW, it's the return of Superman and Lois, and they're about to face the most formidable forces they've ever encountered.
You're acting like I did something wrong.
And you're acting like this isn't a big deal.
Each other.
Fine.
There's
something Lois isn't telling me.
Women are mysterious creatures, Kent. Where there's mystery, there's danger.
It's the can't miss season premiere of Superman and Lois before the series premiere of Naomi. All new tonight on the CW. Tonight starting at 8 on the CW.
Are you looking to build a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall? Hello, I'm Jimmy Williamson of Williamson Brothers Marine Construction. My brother Joe and I, along with our children, represent the fourth generation of a tradition that began with my grandfather back in 1967. And it's a tradition of building something that you can be proud to put your name on. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. Our docks, boat lifts, and seawalls are constructed with materials that pass the test of time. We only use stainless steel fasteners, marine-grade aluminum boat lifts, and the strongest deck board in the industry, Wear Deck. It's the last deck board you'll ever need. And lastly, our seawalls. We build them with enough concrete and steel that they come with a lifetime warranty. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. We're online at WBDocks.com. That's WBDocks.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. If you need new windows or doors for your home, heads up. This message is for you. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off high-performance award-winning windows, 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors, 40% off our factory direct products installed. Bring in your measurements for on-the-spot pricing or call today. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, and we guarantee them for life. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darter Group at dartergroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darter Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dartergroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dartergroup.com. That's dartergroup.com, a Compass Realty broker.
Hey, it's Tim Cooper with Health Plan Network. The open enrollment for Affordable Care Act plans is ongoing now until January 15th. The new 2022 plans have buried their benefits behind even higher deductibles with limited plan options. You can spend thousands of dollars out of your pocket before you see anything paid by those plans. There is another option. My Freedom of Choice plan puts most of your coverage up front, where you only meet a deductible if you're in a hospital, you pick your doctors, and it's 30 to 60% lower cost than Obamacare. If you're paying for your own health insurance, uninsured, on COBRA, or your employer coverage is too expensive, call me, Tim Cooper, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712. Or go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, and we can custom design a plan managed by you, not the government.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. Most people don't know this, but in Southwest Florida, your air conditioner is designed for an outdoor temperature of about 92 degrees, and the indoor temperature at 75. Well, oddly enough, it gets hotter than that in Florida in the summertime. That means that part of the year, your air conditioner is too small by design. It's the correct size for the house, but in the summertime it seems to struggle for a little while in the afternoon, which may be very normal. So don't panic. Use a NATE certified mechanic to find out the truth and make sure your machine is sized correctly. Bigger is not better in this business. The right size is the right size. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949. Locally owned and operated.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Wink News, traffic.
Been watching a crash scene in downtown Fort Myers at Fowler and Thompson. Looks like that has all opened back up for the morning commute heading in and out of downtown. No delays on Fowler. State Road 82, MLK Jr. Boulevard looking clear heading east and westbound from 41 all the way toward I-75. Definitely getting a little busy around Michigan Avenue and closer toward the interstate this morning, though. In Collier County, starting to see some delays building along Goodlet Frank Road, right near Naples High School and toward the Coastland Center Mall at Golden Gate Parkway, and along Airport Road, heading southbound toward Progress Avenue, right near the Naples Airport, south of Golden Gate Parkway. Clear along our area bridges between the Cape and Fort Myers and downtown into North Fort Myers. Not seeing any major slowdowns out there. Charlotte County, Lee County, Collier County, all crash-free at this time. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We've got cooler, drier weather conditions in the forecast this afternoon as highs only top off in the upper 70s in most spots. Lower 80s in others, but still cooler than we were yesterday. We'll stick with very breezy conditions through the later stages of this morning into the afternoon. Wind gusts could get as strong as 20 to 25 miles per hour. Eventually, things mellow out just a bit into tomorrow as we get back into the 70s. It's not until the following work week that we continue to see temperatures drop, dropping to the upper 60s in time for MLK Day. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Located in the River Shores district of Fort Myers, Hampton Lakes is the perfect place at the perfect price. With a lagoon-style pool, tennis courts, huge clubhouse, fitness center, and all the resort-style amenities of River Hall Country Club right in your backyard, Hampton Lakes is the perfect place. Brand new 2, 3, 4, and 5-bedroom homes by Lennar and Pulte with lake and preserve views start from the 200s. Hampton Lakes is the perfect price. Just 20 minutes east of Fort Myers and the sparkling Gulf. Visit today for a personal tour. Learn more at HamptonLakesLiving.com.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Honey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home. Or get a $49 preseason tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
I love Cool Today.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Since we opened our practice in 2006, there's 5 things we hear the most from our dental patients. One is that our patients know their dentistry is going to last. We have strict rules about what dental materials we use. We never use generic or aftermarket materials or overseas labs. You can find cheaper dentistry with lower quality materials. It's just not what we do. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit LDTlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. LDTlaw.com.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Now get this, I saw that nearly 15,000 pounds of Walmart beef sticks have been recalled because they forgot to label a potential allergen. Yep. Walmart beef sticks must now have a label that says, warning, you're eating Walmart beef sticks.
All right, that's not very nice. Well, Jake, I just had to say that just in case, because a staple of Jake's diet in the morning is beef sticks and whatever's frozen in the break room. And so I'm just checking if you have any. You don't happen to have any handy. They just double checking. There might be an allergen in there, so it's nothing about the beef sticks. It's just an allergen. So
you're only saying this because I forgot my breakfast.
Is that? Oh. Jake forgot his breakfast this morning, and it was You see, here, this is why it's so depressing for Jake, because he has decided that into the new year, he's going to be more responsible and bring his own food from home. Super excited, pumped up, ready to go. I mean, we're talking about bringing my own beef sticks to work and everything else. And actually, what was it that you were bringing this morning? Was it something healthy?
It was 2 boiled eggs.
Okay, very good. And what happened to those boiled eggs? Where are they, pray tell?
In my fridge.
That's not here. That's there.
Nope.
You totally forgot to bring them.
I even I sprinkled salt and pepper on the side.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Cajun seasoning so that I could dip it in there and eat it all good.
Cajun seasoning on eggs in the morning?
Yeah.
We gotta talk. You can't have that in the morning. You can't have spicy foods the first thing in the morning, the first thing in your belly. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
Nobody, 239-479-5592. Listen, I'm not a dietitian. I don't pretend to be. If you're watching on Rumble right now, drewsteele.com on the website, you can see clearly I'm not exactly, but that's not the point. The point is that you can't tell me, somebody's got to say exactly what I'm saying, which is the first thing in your belly in the morning cannot be something that's a Cajun spice.
If I remember.
Even the Cajuns are saying to themselves, you got to wait till later on in the day.
Nope.
No?
Nope, I don't think so.
I'm pretty confident.
This come from a guy about a year ago.
Yeah.
Did a story on how it was healthy to eat chocolate cake in the morning.
Oh,
right?
Well, yes.
Just so his wife would hear him and let him eat chocolate cake for breakfast.
Yes. Well, that was a medically devised story. The story came out about eating chocolate cake. If you're going to have it, you have it first thing in the morning. That's the first thing and that's when you would eat it. And so but that was medical advice. That was actually medical advice.
But you actually ate cake for like a week.
I did. I tried it. I mean, on the advice of medical professionals, I thought this might be something. It's not a good idea. It's not. So all right. So chocolate cake should not be the first thing to hit your belly, or Cajun spices. So we've cleared that up. I wonder how. Hey, here's something fun. This is the news comes fast and furious, everybody, and I'm not talking about the movie. So the Pfizer CEO had a couple of things to say yesterday on a Yahoo live call conversation. This is the CEO of Pfizer. I want you to listen to what he said about the vaccine. This is pretty interesting.
And we know that the 2 doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any. The 3 doses with a booster, they offer reasonable protection against hospitalization and deaths. Against deaths, I think very good.
It's not very good. What? So the Pfizer CEO is like, hey, listen, 2 doses of the vaccine offers very limited protection, if any. 3 doses with a booster offers reasonable protection against hospitalization and death, less protection against infection. What? So what do you think comes up next? What do you think? What do we do? What do we do instead after all of this?
Yeah. Against hospitalization and deaths.
Yeah, okay.
Against deaths, I think very good.
So what do we do?
And less protection against infection. Now, we are working on a new version of our
they got a new version coming out, everybody. They're working on a new one. It's a part 2 or 1.1 or I don't know what they would call it. Who knows? So they're working on another one. Listen, the first one, we gave it a good shot. See what I did there? We gave it a good shot. And listen, so 2 doses of the vaccine, limited protection, if any. 3 doses, reasonable protection against hospitalization and death. Less protection against infection. But we got a new one coming out for Omicron. Oh, this one's going to be special. This is going to be really, 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 really good. So there are a lot of questions that people have about what the vaccine is and isn't. And if the CEO of Pfizer is saying, hey, it's not exactly everything it's been cracked up to be told to you. So, do we get to question that or no, it's 100% protection and everything is great and you got to have it. And listen, if you didn't have it, you'd be dead. No, I mean, there are some people that are insisting that that is the case. Like they're living in 2020. They're not living with new variants. And they're saying some of the most outrageous things like that. And I'm not kidding. I can even give you... Here, wait, let me give you a little bit of this. Or maybe not. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is the beginning of what was the Peter Doocy, Jen Psaki conversation yesterday. But just listen to the beginning of this here.
I was home all last week, isolating.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I was isolating with COVID after a positive test, like a lot of people watching, and a lot of time in front of the TV. I heard the president say...
Did you watch Fox the whole time, or other things?
I have exhausted the full catalog of Guy Fieri content.
Oh, okay.
All right, wait. That was... That's not where I was going with this. Okay, hold on. All right, it had to do with... is it here? Is it part of the vaccine information that she was giving? Let's see if this is it. Hold on, stand by.
The tests you're talking about, though, require people to go somewhere and either make an appointment or wait in line. The CDC's guidance is if you think you have COVID, you're supposed to stay home. You guys said you were going to mail free tests to people that need them. The president's there on television talking about a winter of severe illness and death. While he's saying that publicly, why weren't you guys doing more to prepare for the winter?
Well, Peter, everyone decides where they're going to go get a test, and we make a range of options available. You can also purchase tests online. Later today, we'll have more details on how 150 million Americans who have health insurance can get reimbursed for tests. So we'll have more details on that later.
Stop
the 500 million tests.
Yep, that's not it. Where is it now? Oh, I can't find it. Hold on, let's see if this is it. All right, so that was about the tests, and... Just roll with me on this because I got to get to the point. So there's the tests, and listen, we're going to have those tests soon. They're coming. How could you not be prepared with tests? If we're supposed to take tests, we're supposed to have testing. How could you not be prepared? All right, what else did we say?
The president talked about a winter of severe illness and death.
At
the rate you guys are going, these tests are not going to be available until spring. So will you admit that these free tests you guys promised are not going to be ready until after the Omicron surge?
I think I gave an update earlier that we'll start to have tests out the door in the coming weeks very soon. Okay. And again, that's not the only place people can get tests. There are a range of ways people can get tests.
All right, it's about tests. Never mind. The point is that Jen Psaki was bringing up how important it is. The vaccination means that you have, what is it? Like it's a... They give you these astronomical numbers of how if you're vaccinated, less hospitalization and deaths or the possibility, except when the CEO of Pfizer says, yeah, it's limited protection for 2 doses and 3 is like, reasonable. It's, less protection against infection. It's okay. So somebody's... All right, well, let's take some calls. Chuck's in Punta Gorda. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning. How is everybody?
We're well. And so that's a good thing. So what's on your mind, Chuck?
Good. Well, listen, I think we're missing the forest for the trees here. From the beginning of time, when man first trod the earth, we've had virus infections, and we have evolved to the point where we have an immune system that will fight these infections. And 99.4% of people who are healthy people we'll get past COVID. It's one of those. It's a really virulent flu, so here, it raises a question in my mind. So the people that are dying from the COVID infection are people with pre-existing conditions. I mean, almost all the people have these pre-existing conditions: heart disease, diabetes, COPD, whatnot. Okay, and so what this tells me is that the AMA is being held blameless here for their managed care model. What's going on? I mean, why are all the people that's under their care for heart conditions and this sort of thing dying off because of a flu infection? It's a flu infection. We've always had flu infections. We're always going to have flu infections. This managed care model that the doctors are operating under is not working, and they're not taking a bit of blame for it.
Well, let me put it this way.
That just really irks me.
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from, and thanks for the call, Chuck. I appreciate it. And to his point, in a couple of different ways. First of all, yesterday when the CDC director says...
The overwhelming number of deaths, over 75%, occurred in people who had at least 4 comorbidities. So really, these are people who were unwell to begin with.
Do you understand that if a year ago, maybe less than that, you were to tell people that 75% of COVID deaths were people with at least 4 comorbidities and were unwell to begin with, that you would have been banished, banned. I could have lost my position here at this radio station, taken off the air, taken off Twitter, taken off of social media, taken down. People have lost jobs, have lost social media accounts for saying what the CDC director said yesterday, that everybody has known about you, but you weren't allowed to say it. How many people got deplatformed because of those comments? And now she says it. To Chuck's point, like this is something that can't remain a mystery. We need the answers. So if you're telling us that 75% of COVID deaths were people with at least 4 comorbidities and were unwell to begin with, and now this is the CDC admitting this, what's the number of people who have died from COVID? What's the number? How are we ever going to find that out? Rand Paul yesterday tore into Dr. Fauci on Fox News, talking about the same thing.
We should target and try to help the people most vulnerable. So there was a statistic that came out today that said 75% of those dying right now have at least 4 comorbidities, meaning they have 4 other major illnesses. They're also older. We need to emphasize those people, try to treat them, have the test going to them instead of saying, oh, well, my 5-year-old met somebody at class that might have COVID. We need to test all the 5-year-olds in his class. That's a complete waste of testing when you need more testing for nursing homes and for the elderly and for those who are sick. But all along, this has been, and this is Fauci's main mistake, he said, let's treat everyone the same. Universal treatment, whether you're 10 years old or 80 years old. And that, frankly, is malpractice because you're 1,000 times more likely to die if you're 80 than if you're 10. So this is a huge mistake. It's an unforgivable mistake by Fauci, and it's one of the reasons why we need to quit taking his advice. He needs to be dismissed from office.
He needs to be dismissed from office. We have to stop taking his advice, but there are people that will not stop, even with this evidence that comes out. And it's this slow drip of evidence now that everybody has been talking about for months and months and months, 12 to 18 months to be exact, that people were deplatformed and lost jobs over, and shouldn't be this way. All right, one more call before we go to break. Jay's in L.A. Hey, Jay.
Hey, good morning. Love your show. I was compelled to call you. I asked Jake if he had ever heard of Dr. Zelenko. Have you ever heard of Dr. Zelenko?
Yeah, Dr. Zelenko, it was on with Glenn Beck yesterday, had a fantastic segment with him yesterday, and has been someone who, for the longest time, was talking about therapeutics and what is and isn't in his studies and his practice on the vid, and was somebody who was silenced, deplatformed. He's a perfect example of how someone was ahead of the curve on a lot of different therapies and wasn't allowed to even discuss it.
Yes, and what I was compelled to call you because I feel like this is an outrage. When, like this morning, I hear you say, well, there's going to be an announcement from Lee Health. I'm assuming it's going to be something bad, and we're going to go through the whole oh my God thing. But here's my thing on this. I spent all last night reading this guy's peer-reviewed study, his peer-reviewed study. Yeah. It has been shown to work. Hydroxychloroquine in conjunction with zinc and azithromycin has been shown to work. It's been peer-reviewed. Why is this not front and center news saying, hey, this is stopping not only COVID, this is stopping influenza and RSV. So why are we not discussing this? Why is this not on the forefront of everybody's news cycles? And why is this not front and center on newspapers? This is outrageous. This therapy that this guy is doing has been shown to work and has been peer-reviewed by some of the most esteemed doctors out.
Yeah.
And it's infuriating that we keep playing this, vaccine. Why? Why do we always go that route when there is something that will stop it dead in its tracks if treated early? So if somebody goes out there and they get a test and they're COVID positive and they're treated with this method right away, there is no death occurring. There's no death. If you read the study, there's no death occurring. So I'm going to take my call off the air, but I'm just infuriated because this is what we keep doing. Yeah. Nobody's telling the president, hey, this works.
Well, they probably have. They probably have told the president, and there have been many people, and even and thanks for the call, Jay. I appreciate it. And even like this new Project Veritas release from yesterday night, this report obtaining a U.S. military document proving that Fauci lied to Congress. More specifically, in this, and this is where Jay comes into play here in this report, quote, never before seen documents regarding the origins of COVID, gain-of-function research, vaccines, potential treatments which have been suppressed, and the government's efforts to conceal all of it. And they're not denying that this exists. They're not denying this from the Department of Defense Inspector General. Project Veritas is going to have a whole lot more to talk about when it comes to this. But again, how many people were deplatformed and shut up and lost jobs and told not to talk about this? People like Dr. Zelenko, who he was talking about, who was on Glenn Beck's program yesterday, talking about all of these therapies and things that have been peer-reviewed and how he has been able to help his patients and why this was all suppressed. And I guess we leave that question and answer up to you. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast and to our channel on Rumble. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
No more clutter. That's when you make things happen, so resolutions can become reality. Give your family a gift for the future. A beautiful new space, reimagined by our designers and you. Your home rejuvenation from Closet Factory comes with less stress and better rest included. Our business is designed around you. Whether in person or virtual, creating a perfect space for you is our goal. That's how we build it at Closet Factory.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
Tune in on Sunday mornings, Fox News 92.5, Dr. Amy Robbins and Maximize Living Radio. I'm going to be going over topics like leaky gut, weight loss resistance, how to fix your chronic aches and pains, how to deal with all of those things in a natural way, how to sleep better. So there's a different topic every single week that we're going to be covering. Tune in and get the help that you need.
You've worked hard in life and created substantial wealth, but isn't your legacy about more than money? At FindMark, we ask our clients, how will you prepare the next generation? Will they inherit your values along with your wealth? Having a plan is essential. FindMark can help. Visit us at our locations in Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita Springs, and Estero, or online at findmarkbank.com.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
People who suffer with back or neck problems, whether that's pain, numbness, or weakness, deal with something that can be frustrating. Pain wears us down. It can affect our relationships with family and friends. It's not fun to be around someone who's always complaining about their backs. Don't resign yourself to having to live with pain. In my office, Johnston Spinal Care, I successfully treat the worst of the worst, those who get injections, nerve-burning procedures, or even surgery. And now they're back, golfing and living life. If there's a treatment that is extremely effective for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, or neuropathy, wouldn't you want to see if it can help you? Non-surgical spinal decompression is now in Southwest Florida. Safe and painless, more than just a temporary fix, long-lasting relief that can finally heal the condition, regardless of age. Take the time right now to call my Medicare-friendly office for a no-charge telephone consultation about spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Wink was there for the heartbreak.
From the Champlain Tower. Wink was there for the tragic conclusion. Those remains were found
to be human remains. Wink was there for the justice.
How do you wish to plead? I plead guilty. Wink was there.
I'm really sorry. And there.
And there.
For a tornado. Which is why you need to be here. Wink is there when news happens.
And first when news breaks, we know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
I have to go. Tonight on the CW, it's the return of Superman and Lois, and they're about to face the most formidable forces they've ever encountered.
You're acting like I did something wrong.
And you're acting like this isn't a big deal.
Each other.
Fine. There's something Lois isn't telling me.
Women are mysterious creatures, Kent. Where there's mystery, there's danger.
It's the can't-miss season premiere of Superman and Lois before the series premiere of Naomi. All new tonight on the CW. Tonight starting at 8 on the CW.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
Want to go outside for some fresh air?
Yeah, kind of stale in here.
The opposite of fresh.
Did some reading on indoor air quality. I think with all the pollution outside, you'd be safe indoors, right?
You'd think.
Not even close. Dust, pollen, mold, weird smells.
That's not good.
We basically live in a toxic waste dump.
Dave.
Trying to live healthy, and I'm just taking all the pollution from outside and pumping it directly into my house.
Dave.
Oh, we're filtering the air, all right. Only we're using my family's lungs to do it.
Dave, so what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, I make one call, an air quality expert comes out to take all that nasty stuff out of the air so we're breathing easy again.
That's best?
Yeah, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They always have 4 trucks standing by ready to help with your indoor air quality.
Seriously?
You can actually smell the difference.
Wow, harsh, but fair.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Indoor air quality, it really is a thing.
It's a good thing.
From Drew to Trey and all through the day, we get it right from morning till night. Drew Steele gets you up on the right side of the bed with live and local talk every morning starting at 6. Then it's Glenn Beck at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at noon, Sean Hannity at 3, and Trey Radel with The Drive at 5. From Drew to Trey and all through the day, we get it right from morning till night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Dave Anthony, Fox News. The Biden COVID advisor and the CDC director both will be questioned this morning at the Senate as the Omicron surge keeps breaking records. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has more live.
Dave, as of Sunday, 142,388 people with COVID were hospitalized in the U.S., according to the Department of Health and Human Services, edging past the previous record from mid-January of last year. The 7-day average of daily hospitalizations, more than 132,000. That is up 83% from 2 weeks ago. Those numbers mostly being driven by people under the age of 60. This, as the CDC says, the U.S. has added more than 1,483,000 new COVID cases in the past 24 hours, with more than 1,900 additional deaths in that time period. Dave.
Tanya, Chicago teachers have a tentative agreement to end a COVID standoff. Classes may resume tomorrow.
I'm sure many students will be excited to get back into the classroom with their teachers and peers.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot says parents are relieved too. Here's what's in the agreement.
When a school should go remote based on student absences and staffing levels. There will also be additional testing resources. CPS and CTU will now work together to increase the number of families that have given consent for their kiddos to be tested at school. There will also be better contact tracing.
Elizabeth Matthews with Fox 32 TV. The president and vice president will go to Georgia today to push for federal election reform. Democrats say is necessary to counter Republican-led reforms in states they claim suppresses minority voting. GOP Senator Marsha Blackburn counters.
This is not a voting rights bill. It's a sweeping takeover of our democracy.
It's a great morning in Georgia, celebrating a championship.
How about this university? How about these fans? This is a special moment for the University of Georgia, special moment for this team.
Coach Kirby Smart's Georgia beat Alabama 33-18 on ESPN. America's listening to Fox News.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This Fox News update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Dealing with delays along I-75 southbound heading toward Corkscrew Road, and just south of it, there's a crash at mile marker 122 off to the left-hand shoulder, but we're dealing with a lot of onlooker delays because of that crash, so may want to avoid 75 heading from San Carlos Park through Estero. You could take 3 Oaks Parkway or US 41 instead. Those are both running up to speed in that area.
Also have a crash in North Naples out toward the Orange Tree area, far east of Collier Boulevard at Oil Well Road and Immokalee Road, causing some slowdowns at the intersection. That's right near Corkscrew Elementary and Palmetto Ridge High School. So expect to see some slowdowns as the kids are heading off to school in that area. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We've got cooler, drier weather conditions in the forecast this afternoon as highs only top off in the upper 70s in most spots, lower 80s in others, but still cooler than we were yesterday. We'll stick with very breezy conditions through the later stages of this morning into the afternoon. Wind gusts could get as strong as 20 to 25 miles per hour. Eventually, things mellow out just a bit into tomorrow as we get back into the 70s. It's not until the following work week that we continue to see temperatures drop, dropping to the upper 60s in time for MLK Day. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
No matter where you want to listen, you'll be all set when you stream 92.5 Fox News live at rightallalong.net.
Hi, I'm Ty Lassiter, CEO and managing partner of Key City Capital. And we have been actively investing in strong cash-flowing real estate right here in South Florida for over 10 years. And if you're like us, you're looking to achieve strong investment returns in your portfolio, but you definitely don't want to take aggressive risks. Well, Key City Capital was founded to achieve this goal, and we have done that since inception. For over 10 years, we have generated safe, secure, consistent double-digit returns for our investors without risking a penny of their principal. And we can do that for you too.
Call Key City Capital today to reserve a spot for our next dinner event. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
At Duncan's Diamonds, we are obsessed with finding you a diamond as unique as your love. As direct diamond importers, we traveled the world to find pieces of unbeatable value and quality. We have 30 times the selection of a typical jewelry store. From enchanting engagement rings to previously enjoyed Rolex timepieces, we have a special something for everyone.
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan from Duncan's Diamonds. We have an unparalleled passion for bringing you the best in diamonds and jewelry. We are here to make the spectacular manageable with expert guidance, exceptional discounts, and unmatched financing programs.
With no middleman, we're able to offer prices 30 to 40% below the rest.
We will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on it. Come see us today.
Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive to give the gift of a lifetime.
US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're joining us. Thank you for making this program the start of your day. We are humbled by that proposition and the idea that you are doing that and joining us, and we get together each and every day. It is special. And we do appreciate it. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live every day at drewsteele.com. You go to the website, you can watch. And please subscribe to our channel on Rumble. We are keeping things going there and the ability to watch this program as it unfolds, if that is your choice. Coming up this morning, we're going to get into a little bit of what the economy is doing, what we heard about jobs. From Friday's report, how awful it truly was and is. And when you hear about how many people are not working, the question is, how do you do that? How is it possible that so many people are not even searching for a job? How does that work? I mean, even Jake's like, how are all these people sitting around and deciding that they don't want to go to work? How do I do that? I've never even heard of it. He's like, look at him. You've been thinking about that, right? Please tell me that's not your New Year's resolution, because I need you. Please don't tell me your New Year's resolution is to figure out how to not be here anymore and to sit at home and play Worlds of War-like Figures Part 7. I don't know what kind of video games millennials play these days.
All
of them. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay. Just because a story or an issue is not in the headlines does not mean that it is resolved, doesn't mean that it is gone. And it has been the case with what is happening along our southern border and the many concerns that we have had and we've talked about on this program. And I'm always worried about some of the things that I'm hearing, and that's why I'm so happy to turn to RJ Hammond, who's with us right now, Director of Government Relations and Communications for FAIR, Federation for American Immigration Reform. FairUS.org is the website, our good friends there. RJ, it's Drew Steele. How are you, my friend?
Good, Drew. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, listen, we're always concerned about this, RJ. It's not in the headlines, maybe the issues along our southern border, and everybody thinks, okay, everything is fine there. It's not our policy here. Our policy here is we can walk and chew gum at the same time and realize all the other issues that are happening, but focusing on our border as well and some of the things that are going on. And I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Hey, speaking of illegals in this country and maybe the right to vote, does it shock you that the mayor of New York City?
I'll pivot to that in a second, but it's interesting that you bring up that what's happening at the border is no longer really in the news. I mean, it's become the new normal. I mean, we saw higher apprehension numbers and encounters that we've ever seen in decades, and the media just kind of stopped covering it. But the Biden administration is almost playing into that. They've recently failed to release their annual arrests and deportations report from ICE. They're kind of keeping what's happened under the radar. But again, just because the border is not getting a lot of coverage, the Democratic Party, both here in Washington and in states around the country, are going even crazier. And they're doing things, as you mentioned, with the right to vote, that will encourage even more illegal immigration that we've already seen. On Sunday, again, the mayor of our nation's largest city, New York, the new mayor, Eric Adams, you thought Bill de Blasio was crazy, and this guy's a little bit better. Maybe he is on vaccinations and closures. But the guy just allowed approximately 800,000 foreign nationals. That includes some illegal aliens, green card holders, guest workers, to be able to vote. Right. I mean, that's the addition of 800,000, nearly 1 million foreign nationals to voter rolls. That's how many people voted in the recent mayoral election. So, that's certainly going to have an impact. It disenfranchises Americans. But like I said, that number is going to grow because there's going to be an increase in all forms of immigration under President Biden. Right. We've already seen it. And even with this, the most crazy thing about this, Drew, you only need to be in the city for 30 days to be eligible to vote. 30 days. So you could have just flown here, even if you came here legally, and you could have a right to vote. You're disenfranchising Americans. That's what Democrats want. Immigration to them helps us economically and politically. And this is just a preview of what they're going to try to do here in Washington. Chuck Schumer's going down the voting rights path. You're going to see other states do exactly what Adams and the New York City Council did. The slope just got slipperier.
Yeah. Well, RJ, some might make the case that it only takes 30 days to realize how messed up New York City is. That's all they only need 30 days, RJ. That's all it is. I need a couple of hours to realize how messed up. Hey, do I have a say in this? Can I do? And this notion that it's kind of funny on a couple of different levels. Number one, because I talk to friends about this, and we laugh because this notion that there are people that are in New York City and 30 days being in the city, and the one thing that, RJ, it's the thing that's most on their mind. How do I vote? That's what they care about, RJ. They've only been there 30 days, and they're here illegally, and that's the thing they're thinking about is, where do I go to vote? Who do I got to talk to do this? Which is preposterous right on its face. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, we know where this is going. We know exactly where this is going. This is going to take us to a federal level where this discussion is going to happen, that they're doing it in this place called New York City, and it's kind of like an experiment, quote unquote, and it's something that we need to expand to the rest of the country because it's the quote unquote right thing to do. We know where this is going, RJ.
Drew, you're spot on. I mean, this is the largest urban area to do such a thing. This is something that's been floated in other states around the country, obviously California, where Eric Garcetti just said he wants to insure illegal immigrants with taxpayer dollars. that's something else to get into. But yeah, again, this is a very slippery slope, and Democrats are panicking here in Washington, D.C. of what's going to happen in November 2022. That's why they pivoted from doing the radical Build Back Better plan, which includes pretty much every progressive priority, including amnesty for nearly every illegal alien in the country. But yeah, they need to switch to making sure they stay in power in November 2022. They're seeing the writing on the wall with all the vaccination mandates, the shutdowns, woke culture, and again, everything they've done at the border. People are gonna make them pay when they go to the polls in November 2022. So this is their only path forward. Again, they want to solidify control. They want to keep control of the House, the Senate, and obviously the White House in November 2024. And the one way to do so is to add as many people who will be very grateful to you to the voter rolls.
Yeah. R.J. Hallman joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Federation for American Immigration Reform, fairus.org. It's a great resource website to go to get not only the latest stories, but the answers to what to do when it comes to immigration in this country. You teased this a little bit. Maybe you can expand on it. So the administration, you're telling me the Biden administration didn't release the annual ICE report?
Yeah, no, they didn't. I mean, they've been hiding data. So that, ICE typically releases its annual report at the end of the calendar year. That's a congressionally mandated thing that they had to do.
Right.
This is the first time in more than a decade since 2011, I think, that they haven't done it. I mean, this just, again, it goes against one of their core promises of the Biden administration, to bring transparency and truth back to government, even when it's hard to hear. So, again, what President Biden did when it comes to ICE enforcement in the country, they exempted nearly every single illegal alien from having the law enforced against them. And second, they created all these safe sanctuaries all over the country that if we put together a map of D.C. and when you kind of start zoning off the areas that are the sanctuaries because it's, close, a certain amount of yards away from a school and everything, it's pretty much the entire city. So again, they don't want to reveal to the American people that they are not deporting anybody. The message will be firmly sent once they do release this data. It almost could have a negative effect. But again, the American people still need to see it. Okay, right. They're not enforcing the law against anybody who is able to get past Border Patrol and enter our country or gets released to appear before court, whether it's a year or two. When they don't do that, then they disappear into the country. They won't have the law enforced against them as well. So, again, we're trying to highlight what they're doing the best they can, and they're trying to keep it under wraps because, again, they know they will pay in November 2022 for making our borders less secure and not enforcing the laws in the interior of the country.
RJ, before we go, you got to tell everybody about this story that I noticed. The new comms director for the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, apologized. Would you like to tell everybody what this comms director apologized for, please?
Oh, man, in November 2010, I believe, they dug up a couple tweets from this guy, and he was just saying, why are all these illegal aliens on TV just out there spouting talking points? Why wouldn't ICE pick them up? And immediately it sparked the ire of open borders advocates, Democratic talking heads, and then the guy had to issue this groveling apology. And again, this just if you just say it in your head, it's the craziest thing. This just shows how extreme the White House is when it comes to immigration. Voicing support for simply enforcing the laws that you took an oath to enforce could torpedo your career. I mean, the White House is essentially a fire department, and you have to be an arsonist if you want to work there. It is the most ridiculous thing. And again, the guy had to issue this insane apology and now even committed to, I will support amnesty for illegal aliens and open up the borders the best I can. And I am so sorry for my comments.
Unbelievable. Well, these are the things that we are so appreciative that you all keep an eye on and then some. R.J. Hallman joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News with Federation for American Immigration Reform, fairus.org. Go to the website and check out all the information there. It's important stuff. It doesn't go away, and we have to keep on top of it. R.J., I appreciate a few minutes of your time, my friend. We'll do this again soon, all right?
Thanks, Drew.
All right, we'll see you. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. All right, when we come back, let's get to some of the comments made by Nancy Pelosi and others, because listen, the Voting Rights Act, it's got to be passed. We've got to do something about what is so outrageous. People being denied the right to vote. Really, who's being denied? Where? How has that happened? Oh, wait, it's Nancy Pelosi talking about it in Democrats. What are they getting at here? All right, well, we'll talk about that coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News right all along. Let's find out what's going on with traffic up to the minute right now. Here's Therese O'Shea.
I-75 southbound backed up and busy heading south from Alico Road down through Corkscrew Road because of two different crashes in the area. You may want to avoid the interstate heading toward the Corkscrew Road exit especially. Three Oaks Parkway, 41 are good alternate routes. Those two different crashes are both off to the left-hand shoulder of I-75, but cars just stuck in a lot of stop-and-go traffic nearby. Heading through Collier County, we have a crash at Oil Well Road and Immokalee Road. Pretty minor, but it is right near Corkscrew Elementary and Palmetto Ridge High, so seeing some westbound backups on Oil Well approaching Immokalee Road. Busy as well on Immokalee, closer to 75. The Naples area in general, roadways looking pretty good out there. If that's your up-to-the-minute traffic, I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We've got cooler, drier weather in the forecast for this afternoon as many spots struggle to get into the mid to upper 70s. 80 degrees will be about as warm as we get anywhere in southwest Florida today. Breezy conditions will persist into the afternoon with some wind gusts climbing to 20 to 25 miles per hour in our coastal zones. Expect highs to remain in the 70s throughout the remainder of this work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Hi, I'm Thomas from Storm Shield in North Fort Myers. I'm proud to represent a company that provides a top quality product and stands behind the product and the installation. At Storm Shield, we provide Energy Star certified windows and doors, an exclusive life of home warranty which covers the entire product as well as the installation. All products are certified made in the USA. We have an elite status with Home Advisor and offer no obligation estimates. Most manufacturers have a line of products that meet a variety of budgets and options. Sometimes vendors bait top quality products to earn your business, but switch and install another. We understand that you want to protect your family and home from the elements for years to come. Our priority is ensuring your protection without breaking the bank.
Call Storm Shield today for a free, no hidden cost, exact to the penny quote at 239-491-7002. That's 239-491-7002. Or visit on the web at stormshieldSWFL.com. License number CGC A60475.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
Wink was there for the heartbreak.
From the Champlain Tower. Wink was there for the tragic conclusion.
Those
remains were found
to be human remains. Wink was there for the justice.
How do you wish to plead? I plead guilty. Wink was there.
I'm really sorry. And there.
And there.
Confirmed tornado. Which is why you need to be here. Wink is there when news happens.
And first when news breaks, we know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
I have to go. Tonight on the CW, it's the return of Superman and Lois, and they're about to face the most formidable forces they've ever encountered.
You're acting like I did something wrong.
And you're acting like this isn't a big deal.
Each other.
Fine.
There's
something Lois isn't telling me.
Women are mysterious creatures, Kent. Where there's mystery, there's danger.
It's the can't-miss season premiere of Superman and Lois before the series premiere of Naomi. All new tonight on the CW.
Tonight starting at 8 on the CW.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
And one more play for the Georgia defense. Georgia on the mountaintop. Demons be gone, and the drought is over. National champions at long last.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jake. Jake's Alabama Crimson Tide losing to Georgia in the Georgia what?
Not my Alabama Crimson Tide.
Oh, okay, good. Who's your team, by the way? I don't even. Oh, is that who it is? Should we tell everybody who your team is? Is that
I'm
okay?
wearing Gator stuff all the time.
All right. So Jake's a big Florida Gator fan. So he wasn't paying attention last night. It's the Georgia Bulldogs. What did you watch?
No, I didn't have to.
You knew that Georgia was going to beat Alabama last night.
I mean, I didn't know, but I was hoping for it.
Yeah.
Today's a good day, though.
Yeah. Well, it is for a lot of people. I mean, it's the first championship since, 1980? There was a lot of demons, as the guy was talking about. I mean, I don't know if it was demons or not, but there's a lot of things with Georgia. I guess it goes back to, 2017 when they were up by 10 in the national championship, and then they ended up losing, right, to Alabama. Is that right? Something like that. So there's a lot of demons that have been tossed aside, as typically happens in football game. It's a known fact that if we could just have more football games, we can expel a whole lot of demons out there. Hey, can we play a football game on the lawn of the front lawn there of the White House? Maybe we can expel some demons. How about that? Did you see what I did? See what I did there? Expelling demons and. Sorry, that's not. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go, Georgia Bulldogs. What? Looking at me like that for?
I went to school the day after Tim Tebow cried in Alabama, and they had T-shirts the day after.
Yeah, like that of his face, of his crying face.
Yeah.
What happened? So they lost when the Gators lost to Alabama.
It was Tim Tebow's last game. It was the national championship.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
lost. He cried.
Right.
And they were wearing T-shirts with his face on it, crying the next day.
Nice. So I wonder what's going to be out there. Is Georgia going to make pictures of? Who would they make pictures of?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Bryce
It doesn't matter what you do to an Alabama fan because they have 19 championship wins. You know, they have the best coaches, the best.
So they don't care. They're just like, okay, we'll give you one. Okay, well, the next year it's all over. Is that what you're suggesting? That it's just that's the attitude.
Yeah, there's no arguing with a Roll Tide, Crimson Tide Alabama fan.
There's no arguing with them at all, huh? I don't know.
You can't argue with somebody who has 19 national championships.
Yeah. Well, it's the old joke, isn't it? Like it's the old joke by Brian Regan when he was saying, talking about going to a party with Neil Armstrong and how there's no way you could have fun or one up Neil Armstrong. Like you'd go to a party with Neil Armstrong and you'd be like, yeah, I got a brand new Cadillac today. Yeah, I got a raise at my job. And Neil Armstrong's like, I walked on the moon.
Pretty much.
That's
great.
So you're telling me that Neil Armstrong is the Alabama Crimson Tide? It's like if you're at a party with somebody from Alabama and the Crimson Tide and they're a fan of the Crimson Tide, you can say anything you want. And it's like, we've got a gajillion championships. We have the best coaches, the best. That's the suggestion you're making right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
You know that not Paul, what's his name? The coach for Alabama. Nick Saban. How could I forget?
I don't know. How could you forget?
How could I forget?
Yeah.
He's the highest paid
coach
civilian in America.
Civilian?
He's the highest paid non-governmental job in America.
How much does he make, that guy?
Millions.
Well, there's a lot of people that make millions. I mean,
I'm talking about like
Elon Musk.
Non-government.
Okay. He makes a lot of money is what you're saying for what he does.
He's the highest paid coach.
Well, he's good at it. Right? Apparently. except not last night.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care.
Trey Riedel, your host of The Drive here from my friends at France Eye Care. Let me tell you about Dr. Christine Bachman. She is with Dr. France and his team at the New France Cosmetic Center, which is phenomenal. And she is a Beverly Hills trained cosmetic surgeon, but she is also an ophthalmologist. So her knowledge and technical skills when it comes to muscles around the eyes gives Dr. Bachman's patients total confidence in her expertise. So if you are seeing signs of droopy eyelids, Dr. Bachman will talk you through the functional and cosmetic benefits of an eyelid or brow lift procedure. While you're there, don't forget to schedule yourself a hydrofacial at the France Cosmetic Center, which is a treatment that exfoliates your skin and gives you a nice glow. $50 off, by the way, for first timers. Look as good as you feel. 239-418-0999. Schedule your appointment today. Tell them that Trey Riedel sent you and enjoy a new you in 2022.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with Grace, a Tri-Found company, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
That's you, looking at your garage door. Seriously? We get as far as the door and you're already disappointed? Squeaks like crazy, jams up half the time, grumpy old motor and chain and tracks. But hey, look on the bright side, it's also ugly. You know we make them better now, right? Like everything else in your house? You got a new car and a big new TV, a new smartwatch that talks to your new smartphone. But your garage door, oh, you just let that cranky old thing keep beating itself to death every single morning. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern DC motors that are way quieter than that squeaky old AC motor that can barely do its one job. Quiet belt drives instead of that clanky old chain. Your garage can be something you're actually proud of. Like, hey, check out my new garage. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. I promise, I won't answer the phone myself.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
News. I'm Chris Foster. Another daily confirmed COVID case record in the U.S., nearly 1.5 million, according to Johns Hopkins University, with 1,900 more deaths.
Private health insurers will have to reimburse patients for the cost of FDA-approved at-home COVID tests beginning Saturday, the White House announced. The insurance requirement provides for up to 8 test kits per person, a total of 32 for a family of 4 per month.
Fox's Jared Halpern. The Georgia Bulldogs are college football national champions.
Georgia defeats rival Alabama 33-18 to win the college football playoff championship for the first time in program history and give the Bulldogs their first national championship since 1980. A bit of revenge for the Dogs after falling short to the Crimson Tide in the SEC championship last month. Georgia QB Stetson Bennett with 2 passing TDs. He ended up being named the offensive player of the game. Defensive MVP honors going to Georgia cornerback Lewis Seen.
Fox's Matt Napolitano. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
I-75 southbound backed up and busy heading south from Alico Road down through Corkscrew Road because of 2 different crashes in the area. You may want to avoid the interstate heading toward the Corkscrew Road exit especially. Three Oaks Parkway 41 are good alternate routes. Those 2 different crashes are both off to the left-hand shoulder of I-75, but cars just stuck in a lot of stop-and-go traffic nearby. Heading through Collier County, we have a crash at Oil Well Road and Immokalee Road. Pretty minor, but it is right near Corkscrew Elementary and Palmetto Ridge High, so seeing some westbound backups on Oil Well approaching Immokalee Road. Busy as well on Immokalee, closer to 75. The Naples area in general, roadways looking pretty good out there. If that's your up-to-the-minute traffic, I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We've got cooler, drier weather conditions in the forecast this afternoon as highs only top off in the upper 70s in most spots, lower 80s in others, but still cooler than we were yesterday. We'll stick with very breezy conditions through the later stages of this morning into the afternoon. Wind gusts could get as strong as 20 to 25 miles per hour. Eventually, things mellow out just a bit into tomorrow as we get back into the 70s. It's not until the following work week that we continue to see temperatures drop, dropping to the upper 60s in time for MLK Day. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Did you know that King Roofing has expert dedicated repair crews to troubleshoot roof problems? They can fix everything from tree damage to broken tiles and, of course, roof leaks. Do you have a leak or water stains or tile damage? Call King Roofing, a roofing company with the right team to repair it. King Roofing, experienced in roof repair for over 40 years.
License number CCC 057279.
Every castle deserves a king.
It's a new year, and for businesses, that means a new start. Whatever the year ahead holds, now Comcast Business is making it easy to get going with the Ready, Set, Save sale. Get started with fast and reliable internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both. And save with a 2-year price guarantee. Switching is easy with flexible installation times. And you'll also get backing from an expert team 24/7, so you can focus on planning the year ahead. Plus, for even more value, ask how to get free installation and 1 month free with a qualifying bundle. Get a great deal for your business with the Ready, Set, Save sale today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. 1 month free and free installation offer ends 2/2022. Call or go online for details.
With customer service being top priority, visit United Fidelity Bank at 14241 Metro Parkway and let them help you save and grow with market-leading CD rates. Shop, compare, invest with United Fidelity Bank's 18-month CD currently earning a 0.75% APY. The difference is United Fidelity. A penalty may be imposed for early withdrawal. Minimum deposit of $1,000 required to open CD. CD renews automatically to a standard 18-month term at the rate in effect at time of renewal, unless instructed otherwise.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Since we opened our practice in 2006, there's 5 things we hear the most from our dental patients. One is that they appreciate that we never give them a sales pitch. I don't like being sold things I don't need, and our patients don't either. For us, it's all about honesty and doing the right thing. We believe in only doing the high-quality dentistry you truly need. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Hey, so a couple of things I just wanted to mention. Listen, the important thing about 2022 is obviously making sure to take back the House and the Senate. It is certainly important to make sure that the governor, Ron DeSantis, is reelected in the state of Florida. It is certainly important that we double and triple down and reinforce Republicans in the state of Florida to make sure that this red state becomes even more red than you can possibly imagine, with the right kind of red. You know, when you're hearing stories, and I've got to find out more about this, when you're hearing stories about Florida Republicans who red state is reporting trying to surrender on redistricting, giving Democrats new hope here in the state of Florida, where I'm being told that they've got the couple of maps that the Florida Senate has put out now. They've narrowed it down to 2 congressional draft maps. And what we're hearing is that instead of having what would be a supermajority R to D map where you would have a ton of districts, redistrict so that you would have a legal setup where you would have a really nice amount of Republican to Democrats, a map looking really good in the state, reinforcing what we need to do here in the state. No, it seems like they're going backwards. It's like a 16-12 map for Republicans as opposed to what could be even more than that. And it's almost as if Republicans in the state of Florida are just like, they try to do things kind of like Republicans do typically. The concerns that many have about being soft and weak, this idea that Republicans do many things to legislate and to do things like redistricting and the like, with this reality that doesn't exist, that they live in a world that they would like to live in. And they legislate and do things in a world that they believe that they would like to see, where you have dogs and cats getting along, where every day is a sunny day. Democrats are not creepy and trying to destroy the country and trying to destroy the Constitution of Republic. No. That's not the reality. We don't live in that reality. The reality is that Democrats are out to get you, where Republicans are just like, we're going to do the right thing. And Democrats are like, you go ahead because we're not. That's got to stop. And we're going to talk about this more tomorrow because I'm going to get into more detail on exactly what is happening and whether or not people are aware of this and whether or not this is true, that this is the breakdown in what is happening. You know, and listen, it's okay to talk about this. It's all right to have this discussion about certain individuals and the way they speak when it comes to the Republican Party. When Kevin McCarthy, the Republican minority leader in the House, when Kevin McCarthy steps up to a microphone and gets on a television program and is talking about what we will see if we are victorious in 2022. And this is what he lays out.
First and foremost, if we are fortunate to be able to earn the trust of the American people and earn the majority, we will secure this border to stop the human trafficking and the drugs flowing across. We'll make it easier to open a small business, not harder. We'll make America energy independent again, the gasoline price lower, to be able to manufacture here in America. We will pass the Parents' Bill of Rights. This is just a start, but at the same time, this administration, with one-party rule in 1 year, has no accountability, and we will be able to hold them accountable.
Okay, I just want to stop for a second. Now, he started off strong. All right, stopping the flow of drugs and human trafficking on our border when we know that the number one killer of ages 18 to 34 individuals in this country is fentanyl. And it's coming through our southern border, thanks to China, making its way through our southern border. We've got to do something. But then after that, he's talking about making it easier to start and grow a business, reestablishing America's energy independence. Like, where's China in this discussion? Where's the big tech threats that are happening right now against our citizens? What about corporate tyranny when it comes to public health and the issues of mandates? Public schools teaching CRT and other things that are like, how is that not in the discussion? Like, why didn't he say those things? The other things, yeah, I understand. But reestablishing America's energy independence and making it easier to start and grow a business in America, I'm not saying that those things are not important, but they're not the number one things in the country right now. It's I don't know. I just want to make sure that party leaders are not losing focus on what's important. Certainly, we have to win in 22, but also the issues of the day. How do you not mention those things? I don't know. Just keeping an eye on it, that's all. 239-479-5592. Hey, in about 10 more minutes or so, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Have a little bit of fun this morning. And we will have for you a $35 gift certificate to Alda's Diner, Alda's Restaurant and Bar, corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. So a great restaurant for you. We'll get you that gift certificate just for playing. So that's coming up in less than 10 minutes from now. Look, the Democrats are also doing something that is, of course, lies, a big lie, if you will. Because, the Democrats love to talk about the big lie. The big lie that is January 6th. Really? What exactly is the big lie? I love how Democrats continue to parrot this. Jen Psaki is parroting the big lie. It's funny. Go around and ask your friends what that even means. Jake, do you have any clue when a Democrat says the big lie? That Republicans, they keep going with the big lie. And the big lie. Do you know what the big lie means? Do you have any idea what that means? Yeah, no, you don't. Just say... Nobody does, but they don't know. But they keep talking about it, and it's like this club you have to be in to understand what they're talking about. And they're trying to make everybody part of the club. But look, you have some of the most ridiculous things that are being said about voting rights. Make no mistake about it. They've lost on Build Back Broke. It's not going to happen. They're going to try to push through a filibuster this week, a filibuster to try to make things happen and to get things done without Republicans or without the American people having a say in this, something that not too long ago Democrats were like, filibuster? We're never going to get rid of the filibuster. That's an outrage.
They want to make this country into a banana republic where if you don't get your way, you change the rules.
The legislative filibuster should stay there, and I will personally resist efforts to get rid of it.
I'm committed to never voting to change the legislative filibuster.
That would be the end of the Senate. It raises problems that are more damaging than the problem that exists.
Yeah, okay, well, until you're in charge and until you can't get what you want, and the Build Back Broke's not happening, all the money that we are spending is not helping. Wait till you hear some of the economic news. We heard about jobs and the issue of jobs, how they're not coming back right now and how we're not getting to a place that we should be after this pandemic, and how all the trillions of dollars that we've thrown at this has not helped the situation, but it's actually hurting the situation. Yeah, we're going to get to that coming up in just a little bit. But it's convenient for Democrats now to start talking about getting rid of a filibuster because they've got to get something done. And their most important thing now is to do something that they've wanted to do for a long, long time. And that is pretty much rig elections in this country. Got to federalize them, everybody. And Senator Marsha Blackburn knows exactly what's going on with this.
The election bill they're prepared to break the Senate rules to pass has failed multiple times under multiple titles and in different packaging. This has gone on for the last 20 years. But this latest round has one thing in common with all the other drafts that found their rightful place in the trash can. It has nothing to do with protecting the ballot box. This is not a voting rights bill. It's a sweeping takeover of our democracy.
And she's right. That's exactly what this is. And so Democrats have figured now if they can't get the Build Back Broke, if they're not able to get this Green New Deal, if they're not able to fundamentally destroy the country that way, that they're going to find another way to do this. And the way is the Voting Rights Bill Act that they're trying to push now, which is something that is just about federalizing elections. That's all that they want to do here. It's got nothing to do with fairness or people not having the right to vote. They're making it sound as if that's the case. Listen to Nancy Pelosi. She brings it up. January 6th, just passed. January 6th, they're going to continue to make this narrative out there that January 6th was about putting into legislation the inability for people to vote. Like, are you serious?
The Republicans are doing across the country is really a legislative continuation of what they did on January 6th, which is to undermine our democracy, to undermine the integrity of our elections, to undermine the voting power, which is the essence of a democracy.
That's such a lie. It is a flat-out lie. What Republicans have tried to do in places like Georgia and other states to strengthen the ability to keep our votes, our voting rights secure, to keep it secure for everybody in these states, they're trying to make it sound like it's something where we're taking away the right to vote, which is couldn't be further from the truth. Now, there are certain things that need to be done to make sure that we don't go back to 2020 and the extraordinary circumstances of a pandemic to be able to change things on the fly. Like it's 9 o'clock at night and it's like, hey, well, what do you say? You guys want to just go home now? I'm kind of tired. You tired? Yeah, I'm tired too. Let's just go home and we'll pick up the count tomorrow. We'll keep a couple of people around here and listen, if some things come in and out, nothing to worry about here. We'll just put big giant placards on the windows so you can't really see counts and different things. And nothing to see here. Everything is fine. No, we're not doing that again. But listen to Jen Psaki yesterday being asked about this. A reporter talking about how Senator Mitch McConnell is going to make this an important issue. We're going to fight against this Voting Rights Act because we see exactly what Democrats are doing. And what does Jen Psaki have to say about that?
It is pretty ironic. If making it more difficult to vote is not silencing the voices of people, words that Senator McConnell used, I don't know what is.
How are we making it more difficult to vote? Please explain to people how any kind of changes that states are doing, because they're red states, how states are trying to secure the vote, how it's making it harder for people to vote. And again, we get back to this whole thing about voting in this country. You can't have nice things. I'm sorry. For those that want to and love the idea of the mail-in ballots, it's so convenient. I get to do it from home. It's something we've done in Southwest Florida. It's been secure, and we've had a good time doing it here, and it's worked well in the state of Florida. You can't have nice things because you have Democrats. I'm sorry, but they've completely poisoned the well. They've poisoned the well on this. They want an increase in more mail-in ballots in places in Democrat-led municipalities and states because you know what they're up to, and it's no good, and that's just the way it is. And they've just ruined it for everybody. This idea that it is in total impossibility, and you know how I feel about this, and I've mentioned this a million times, and I know we got to go, and I'm looking at the time, but I just have to put this out there, and we'll talk more about this later on. But it's so frustrating, this idea that we can't have more places in Southwest Florida, for example, to vote. More areas, more districts, more places for people, polling places to go to vote, and just do it in one day. I can't show up on that one day. Why can't you show up on that one day? Well, you know what happens if it's only one day to vote and everybody has to do it that way. It's going to be an impossibility because there's so many people, and then we won't have enough places to go to polling places. We'll just open up more polling places. We'll make them larger. We'll bring in more people. Why can't we do this? How could you say this is an impossibility? Well, it's inconvenient. Well, voting's inconvenient for you? I'm so sorry. But there's people that can't get there. We'll get them there. We can make accommodations. This idea that we can't make accommodations when it comes to voting, when it comes to a lot of things in life, that we have to fundamentally change everything that we know in this country to accommodate a few people that can be accommodated easily. Well, I can't leave my house. Well, we'll figure out an accommodation for you. Well, I have this issue. Well, we'll figure out an accommodation for you, but we don't have to fundamentally transform everything about voting because of a couple of accommodations that can be taken care of. It's just an outrage. And unfortunately, Democrats have poisoned the well, and you've ruined it for everybody. When it comes to comes to mail-in ballots, you've ruined it. And so we can't have nice things until we can defeat you, until we can defeat Democrats to the point where they're going to acquiesce to what is right and what is good. And we don't live in the world that you think you'd like to live in. We live in reality, and reality is not this place that you envision. 239-479-5592. I hope that makes sense. I know I went off on a tangent and I didn't even play enough audio and stuff that I wanted to play, but we'll get to it coming up. All right, it is time for you to call right now. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Please call right now. Caller number 9 at 239-479-5592. You'll play Drew's College. You will win a $35 gift certificate to the great Alda's Diner in Naples, otherwise known as Alda's Restaurant and Bar, at the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. Easy for me to say. Well, clearly not. So call right now. We'll get you that gift certificate. You'll play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5. Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
I-75 southbound is backed up all the way from near the airport direct connect to mile marker 129 through Alico Road, past the Gulf Coast Town Center and toward Hertz Arena, going through Corkscrew Road because of a few crashes across that stretch of the interstate. All are off to the side of the road, but we still have a lot of onlooker delays nearby. Everybody trying to get over with the move over law, so just be extra cautious. You may want to avoid 75 altogether in that area. Take US 41, Michael G. Rip Parkway, all the way down through Alico Road, and then you can also hop on 3 Oaks Parkway to head south from Estero into Bonita Springs, then turns into Imperial Parkway. Collier County roads, not too bad out there. We are seeing a crash still at Oil Well Road and Immokalee Road, and major westbound delays along Golden Gate Boulevard heading through the estates. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We've got cooler, drier weather in the forecast for this afternoon as many spots struggle to get into the mid to upper 70s. 80 degrees will be about as warm as we get anywhere in southwest Florida today. Breezy conditions will persist into the afternoon with some wind gusts climbing to 20 to 25 miles per hour in our coastal zones. Expect highs to remain in the 70s throughout the remainder of this work week. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Pro Football Hall of Famer and 3-time champion.
Pro Football's all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith talks about joint pain.
Trust me, I know about joint pain. Sure, I made it look easy, but if my body could speak, it would say, I'm in pain.
Are you living with chronic joint pain? Knees, hips, lower back, shoulders? Don't just assume the old treatments are the only treatments.
I've gone under the knife to get rid of pain, but now there are options, and you need to check them out.
Emmett's talking about QC Kinetics, exciting new natural biologic therapies that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints. New options, now available here.
You can encourage your body to actually heal itself with the help of QC Kinetics.
Real relief with no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics for regenerative restorative treatments with lasting relief.
But now, you and I, we have help. QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN.
In Florida, we know a thing or two about championships.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
And here in Southwest Florida, we have our own championship team, My Shower Door. My Shower Door has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing businesses in the United States for the 6th time. And because of that growth, My Shower Door needs more teammates. My Shower Door is a family business making frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida with a staff of 130 plus. So if you're ready to join the championship team, check out the jobs careers link at myshowerdor.com.
Wink was there for the heartbreak.
From the Champlain Tavern. Wink was there for the tragic conclusion.
Those
remains were found
to be human remains. Wink was there for the justice.
How do you wish to plead? I plead guilty. Wink was there.
I'm really sorry. And there.
And there.
For a tornado. Which is why you need to be here. Wink is there when news happens.
And first when news breaks, we know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
I have to go.
Tonight on the CW, it's the return of Superman and Lois, and they're about to face the most formidable forces they've ever encountered.
You're acting like I did something wrong.
And you're acting like this isn't a big deal.
Each other.
Fine.
There's
something Lois isn't telling me.
Women are mysterious creatures, Kent. Where there's mystery, there's danger.
It's the can't-miss season premiere of Superman and Lois before the series premiere of Naomi. All new tonight on the CW. Tonight starting at 8 on the CW.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Kim. Kim's in North Fort Myers. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning.
It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. You ready for your associate's degree question?
Yes.
Okay, it starts right now. Let's see. In 2000, George W. Bush was voted the president of these United States. The year 2000. Who was the vice president at the time?
Dan Quayle.
No, it was Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney, 2000. Dick Cheney.
Sorry.
It's easily confused. I understand. All right, well, let's see if you get an associate's degree on this question. Who drafted the United States Declaration of Independence? Who was that?
Let's see. Ben Franklin?
It was Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson drafted the Declaration.
It's crazy, right?
That's all right. Let's see. Let's try this one for your associate's degree. Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
Fitzgerald Scott. What is his name? I can't think. I'm nervous. Scott Fitzgerald, something like that.
Scott. Can we accept Scott something like that? No. It's Francis Scott Key. Francis Scott Key.
Okay. Right.
Otherwise known as F. Scott Fitzgerald. No, it wasn't the same. No, not the same person. All right. Well, how about let's see. How about this?
Oh my goodness.
Let's try this question. Let's do this. Okay. Who won the Republican nomination? No, better than that. Who won the Democrat nomination for President of the United States in the year 2016? The Democrat nominee for President of the United States.
Hillary Clinton.
Look at you. All right, there you go.
I got one right. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, congratulations. You got an associate's degree today on Drew's College, and you got and you got yourself a gift certificate, $35 gift certificate to Alda's Diner, otherwise known as Alda's Restaurant and Bar in Naples, 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road. So stay right there. Don't move, Kim. Okay. Okay. There she is. She's one of few words. All right, we will do it again tomorrow, same time, so don't forget about that. Coming up, I got to play... We're going to play some more. I got to play some audio from this weekend, 60 Minutes, in case you missed it. It will... you'll laugh, you'll cry, you won't believe it. A little bit of everything. I mean, it's one of the most ridiculous things when it comes to what we all know that's going on with jobs in this country after a dismal jobs report on Friday. Wait till you hear this audio coming up.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest organization of wartime veterans in the nation. We've served America in uniform, and we continue to serve through our membership in the American Legion. We're patriots through and through. We believe in our flag and what it stands for. Our Constitution, our Pledge of Allegiance, our way of life are all fundamental to maintaining our freedom and the standing we have as the greatest country on earth. We promote and defend these values every day in communities across the nation. We're at the forefront to protect our flag from acts of desecration. We have many programs that teach our youth about the rights and responsibilities of citizenship and what a gift it is to be an American. And you can find us marching down main streets in small towns and big cities all across America, showing our support and pride for our veterans and their families. Go to Legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Are you getting ready for the hurricane season? Here's a tip from the Florida Psychiatric Society.
If disaster hits your home or family, then stick by the kids. Hold them and hug them. They'll let you know when the hugging can stop. And don't be afraid of the emotions. The reaction to the losses they see in front of them might be even worse if they think more losses will follow. As hard as it may be, kids need to see adults with honest emotions and then with a sense of resiliency. And part of that resiliency is that despite the losses, a sense of family will remain.
You heard us right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right. All along.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
I-75 southbound is backed up all the way from near the airport direct connect to mile marker 129 through Alico Road, past the Gulf Coast Town Center and toward Hertz Arena, going through Corkscrew Road because of a few crashes across that stretch of the interstate. All are off to the side of the road, but we still have a lot of onlooker delays nearby. Everybody trying to get over with the move over law, so just be extra cautious. You may want to avoid 75 altogether in that area. Take US 41, Michael G. Rip Parkway, all the way down through Alico Road, and then you can also hop on 3 Oaks Parkway to head south from Estero into Bonita Springs, then turns into Imperial Parkway. Collier County roads not too bad out there. We are seeing a crash still at Oil Well Road and Immokalee Road, and major westbound delays along Golden Gate Boulevard heading through the estates. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We've got cooler, drier weather conditions in the forecast this afternoon as highs only top off in the upper 70s in most spots. Lower 80s in others, but still cooler than we were yesterday. We'll stick with very breezy conditions through the later stages of this morning into the afternoon. Wind gusts could get as strong as 20 to 25 miles per hour. Eventually, things mellow out just a bit into tomorrow as we get back into the 70s. It's not until the following work week that we continue to see temperatures drop, dropping to the upper 60s in time for MLK Day. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
Does 92.5 Fox News have a live stream? You bet. Go to rightallalong.net.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. If you need new windows or doors for your home, heads up, this message is for you. New South is having a one-day factory sale, this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off high-performance award-winning windows, 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors, 40% off our factory direct products installed. Bring in your measurements for on-the-spot pricing or call today. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, and we guarantee them for life. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596 Back.
Have you ever had pain down your legs or into your hips and thought, why is this happening? There's a large nerve that comes out of your back that runs down into your leg called the sciatic nerve. This nerve can get compressed by a bulging herniated disc, arthritis, stenosis, or scoliosis. This causes sciatica, which eventually can lead to back, leg, or hip pain, weakness, or numbness. Avoid the band-aids like anti-inflammatories, spinal injections, or painful surgery. Sciatica, as well as bulging disc neuropathy and stenosis, can now effectively be treated with non-surgical spinal decompression at Johnston Spinal Care, 596 Back. Spinal decompression decompresses the discs and nerves, allowing them to heal. FDA cleared, safe and comfortable. Make a decision to live life without pain. Call my office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596 Back. 596 Back. That's 596-2225.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
With customer service being top priority, visit United Fidelity Bank at 14241 Metro Parkway and let them help you save and grow with market-leading CD rates. Shop, compare, invest with United Fidelity Bank's 18-month CD currently earning a 0.75% APY. The difference is United Fidelity. A penalty may be imposed for early withdrawal. Minimum deposit of $1,000 required to open CD. CD renews automatically to a standard 18-month term at the rate in effect at time of renewal, unless instructed otherwise.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do.
Thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live. DrewSteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast and subscribing to our channel on Rumble. Thank you so much. Hey, I had to play some of this audio because it is so indicative of a lot of things that are going on right now in this country, and some of the things that we're being told, some of the things that we're supposed to believe, some of the things that we're not allowed to question, not allowed to ask about. I was pretty shocked, like most people were, to find out that the jobs report on Friday was an absolute disaster. I'm not surprised. Actually, I wasn't surprised at all. Another bad jobs report showing what has been incredibly obvious, that the Bidenomics is a total disaster. This country is going in the wrong direction when it comes to the economy, jobs, with this president, inflation through the roof. We know why. Money chasing after goods. The more money that was spent by the federal government, the trillions of dollars that was spent to supposedly help to put people back to work, to get the economy roaring again, had the exact opposite effect. The money that has been out there has been hindering the growth. It's just one of those things where you get out of the way and you let things happen, and this administration won't do it. And everybody knows it. The Labor Department reported the U.S. added 199,000 jobs in December, the worst of the year, with the fewest jobs added since the president took office, significantly less than half of the estimated expected number of 422,000 jobs. That's what they were thinking was going to happen. Now, on top of all of this, there are people who are just not going out looking for work. They've given up. And not only have they given up, but we've been told, Jake the Millennial, how many times have you been told that people are going out and they're quitting their jobs? They're quitting jobs because they're ready to make more money, because they've got opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity, and so they're just not going to work. So they're not even bothering looking anymore. Do you know people like that who aren't even looking for jobs? They're just like, forget it, I'm not going out and going into the workforce. I'll stay home, thank you very much.
Not personally, but yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah. How are people doing this? Isn't it obvious? This idea that there are people that are sitting on the sidelines not working, it boggles the mind. Because how are you paying your bills? And the dirty secret is not really a secret. Everybody knows how this is happening. And I have to go to 60 Minutes. Somebody sent me audio from 60 Minutes over the weekend, and I didn't watch it. But 60 Minutes was talking about how we've all seen signs about how we're hiring, help wanted. The Omicron variant taking toll on an already depleted workforce. But there are people that are not going out there and working, and there's this great resignation, the big quit. And nobody can explain it. So what they did was, on 60 Minutes, they brought in somebody named Karen Kimbrough. She's LinkedIn's chief economist. Now, you bring in somebody from LinkedIn, okay, which is a place where you go to get jobs, to tell you about how people are, leaving because it's a great time to be alive if you're somebody who wants to work? What's the answer here? So I want you to hear some of this audio, because it's astounding. Okay, so why are people leaving jobs? Like, what's going on here? We've got this big resignation. And I want you to listen to what the chief economist at LinkedIn thinks the reason why people are leaving their jobs. Listen to this. It's almost hard to believe it. Listen to this.
At the nationwide level,
the number of Americans quitting their job is higher than ever.
Higher than ever.
Higher than ever. We can see what sectors people are quitting, retail sectors and hospitality sectors. It may not just be worth it for some folks. And so in some cases, people are quitting and they're not yet returning. They're taking a break. Americans are burnt out.
They're taking a break. They're burnt out. They're taking a break. Jake, you got to understand something. People are just tired. They've had enough of this. They just need a break. It's been a rough couple of years. They just want a break. They're burnt out. How are you paying your bills? They don't even explore that question. Again.
Sectors and hospitality sectors, it may not just be worth it.
It may not be worth it. It's just not worth it, everybody.
Americans are burnt out.
They're burnt out. Who can do this? Can somebody explain to me how you can make that choice? Like, how could you say, I'm burnt out? I don't feel like that. Jake, you getting burnt out yet? We're getting burnt out. I just don't feel like showing up. If you felt burnt out, Jake, and you're just like, you know what? I don't want to go anymore. Where are you coming up with the money? How are you paying your bills? It's as if, these people live in an imaginary situation here. Like, they don't want to get to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is that the government is paying people to sit on the sidelines. It never even gets mentioned in this 60 Minutes piece. They don't even talk about that. It's even worse than that. You know what it is? Not only are you burnt out, everybody, but you just want something that you're going to enjoy. You just want to work at a job that's going to make you happy. No, I'm not kidding. Listen to this.
People have been living to work for a very long time. And I think the pandemic brought that moment of reflection for everyone. What do I want to do? What makes my heart sing?
What makes my heart sing? Jake, is that what's happening right now? So there are people that are sitting on the sidelines that are not working because they're like, you know what? I don't want to work that job anymore. I want something that's going to make my heart sing. What? That's what it is. They just want something that's going to be fun and special. And so they're just going to sit around and whatever. How is that possible? And then she says, here, listen to this. No, not that part. This part.
People have been living to work for a very long time.
They've been doing what?
Living to work for a very long time.
Really? The last time I checked, people work to live. Who's living to work? You're working to live. If you don't work, typically, if you don't work, you don't live. What generation ever has said, I don't feel like working, but I'll be fine. Everything's good. Who does that? How has that come about? And the answer is that in this talking about the jobs report and how miserable it is and how many people, I think it's like 5% of the population right now is not even looking. They're just sitting around. They're not even trying to get a job right now. In this piece, they never once said, well, the government's paying for you to sit on the sidelines. It's just...
what do I want to do? What makes my heart sing?
What makes my heart sing? I just need a job that makes my heart sing. Yeah. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You work to live. Not everybody loves the job that they do, but they know that they've got to pay the bills. They've got to feed their kids. Like, what are you talking about? The only way that it's even possible to say what this chief economist at LinkedIn is saying is that they've got to be getting money from someplace else. And that's got to stop sooner or later. It just has to. There's a lot of things that have to stop. There's a lot of misinformation out there that has to stop. Hey, remember Justice Sotomayor on Friday in oral arguments, the Supreme Court against Biden's vaccine mandate? And Judge Sotomayor said, we've got 100,000 kids right now that are in hospital, many on ventilators. And then we come to find out that that's not even true. That's not the case at all. It's more like it's less than 3,500, and not all of them are on ventilators. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of question as to the numbers of how many kids are in hospital with COVID as opposed to from COVID. But I digress. She was absolutely positively wrong. And there's a perfect opportunity to set everything straight. She made a mistake. She was wrong. I mean, of course, she's someone who's going to be making some of the most important decisions of our lifetime and our constitutional ability and our lives and our freedoms when it comes to our jobs and what we can do moving forward. And she's somebody who sits on the Supreme Court, and we've got to be concerned about what she's thinking. Is she misinformed, or is she just not very, well, you don't want to say very bright because that's not very nice. So The View and Sonny Hostin has a perfect opportunity. We got to smooth this out. No, I'm not kidding. They've got to smooth it out.
Well, first, I just want to reframe this a little bit about Justice Sotomayor, because while, she may not be accurate for current hospitalizations in children, she is correct that we have more children in the hospital now more than ever before. No. Yeah, that's The View. So that's just covering for her, right? So there you go. Even though she was wrong on the facts, she's still right. This is the problem right now in the country, and this is what many people have been talking about with this mass formation, hypnosis, psychosis that has been happening in the country, that there are people that even when they have the truth and the facts and the data and the science in front of them that tells them that what they think and what they've believed is wrong, they're not going to let it stop them. As a matter of fact, they'll make excuses to make it sound as if it's fine. She's right. She was right. No, she wasn't. She was wrong. It is unbelievable where we have gone in this country. It's unreal. It's the CDC director, Walensky, who told everybody something that I think that many people lost jobs, lost a whole lot, lost all kinds of credibility by saying what the CDC director said just yesterday. I mean, listen to this.
The overwhelming number of deaths, over 75%, occurred in people who had at least 4 comorbidities. So really, these are people who were unwell to begin with.
Do you realize that if 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 18 months ago, you told people that 75% of COVID deaths were people with at least 4 comorbidities and were unwell to begin with? Do you understand how you would be, in some cases, doxxed, but in a lot of cases, you would lose your position on social media? You would be deplatformed off of places like YouTube. You could, some have even lost their jobs making statements like that. And now the CDC director is like, yeah. And this is how now we're going to correct the record, by having people start to pivot to what everyone has always known when it comes to the science and the data and the facts. And they're going to what? Make it seem as if these are the things that they didn't do any of those things before, and we're going to pivot in this direction. But you would have been deplatformed not too long ago for saying something like that. And I'm bringing all of this up because, and there's some Ron DeSantis audio that I want to play as well that has to do with this when it comes to what's going on in this country. But there are things that we can't miss here. And it is what I talked about yesterday, that there are people that will absolutely not let go of their beliefs because politics and because they don't want you to be right, or right all along, as it were. Thank you very much. They won't do it. They will not give you the benefit of the doubt. They will not give you the benefit of your facts.
the facts, not your facts, the facts. They will not give you the apology, but they'll do every spin and everything else to get away from it. It's outrageous. I don't know how it ends. I don't know. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you so much for watching the program, subscribing to our channel on Rumble. We appreciate it. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau. You can count on us for great service. You can count on us to get it done. You can count on us for a price that's fair. The quality is second to none. For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Rock Solid wants you in 22 to be our customer. Happy New Year at Rock Solid Countertops and More. $9.99 gets it done. For a limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99. Install. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples and Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit RockSolidNaples.com. Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
Getting older has its advantages. Early bird dinners, senior discounts, day drinking. If you're one of the millions turning 65 soon, it might be time to take a look at your insurance options. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, so much to keep in mind. At Millennium Physician Group, half our patients are 65 plus. No matter what insurance benefits you choose, make sure your Millennium primary care doctor is part of your plan and your connection to a healthier life. Millennium Physician Group. Connect today. 844-CALL-MPG. MillenniumPhysician.com.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here of Duncan's Diamonds. People come into our store here in Southwest Florida and are amazed by the selection of beautiful fine jewelry and at exceptional prices. At Duncan's Diamonds, I will make sure personally that we give you the finest quality at the best possible prices. We get very excited about diamonds and are here to help you find that special diamond. We have the largest selection of magnificent and exclusive designer styles for you to choose from. Also, if you find a diamond or style on the internet, bring in a picture and we will get it or make it exactly to your specifications. And our prices and quality will exceed your expectations. I personally guarantee it. At Duncan's Diamonds, we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere, or any place, and you can count on it. Come in and see us in Fort Myers on US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and in Naples at the Mercado Shopping Center.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
The new year means new opportunity to save money on your insurance.
Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. Now is the perfect time to take a look at your plans for the year ahead. If you're considering a move, getting a new car, have new drivers hitting the road, or just want to reevaluate your coverage and costs, give us an opportunity to quote your home, auto, business, or flood policy. At Chapman Insurance Group, we can save you money for the same or better coverage.
Visit CIGFlorida.com or call an office near you today. Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel.
I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Hey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home. Or get a $49 preseason tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
I love Cool Today.
Call it today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Wink was there for the heartbreak.
From the Champlain Tower. Wink was there for the tragic conclusion.
Those remains
were found
to be human remains. Wink was there for the justice.
How do you wish to plead? I plead guilty. Wink was there.
I'm really sorry. And there.
And there.
For a tornado. Which is why you need to be here. Wink is there when news happens.
And first when news breaks, we know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
I have to go. Tonight on the CW, it's the return of Superman and Lois, and they're about to face the most formidable forces they've ever encountered.
You're acting like I did something wrong.
And you're acting like this isn't a big deal.
Each other.
Fine.
Fine.
There's something Lois isn't telling me.
Women are mysterious creatures, Kent. Where there's mystery, there's danger.
It's the can't-miss season premiere of Superman and Lois before the series premiere of Naomi. All new tonight on the CW. Tonight starting at 8 on the CW.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioad.com, again, thatradioad.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioad@gmail.com, thatradioad@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
Southwest Florida knows 92.5 Fox News is the right place for the best live and local talk. From 6 to 9, Drew Steele's Live and Local. Trey Radel in The Drive is local and live at 5. Drew Steele, mornings 6 to 9. Trey Radel on The Drive, afternoons at 5. Southwest Florida's live and local talk is always right here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. In a speech today in Atlanta with Vice President Harris, President Biden is expected to call for Senate rules changes to pass voting rights legislation.
The president is expected to echo the theme of his January 6th address on American democracy as the White House makes a renewed push to get voting rights legislation through Congress. The president and vice president will also lay a wreath at the crypt of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mrs. Coretta Scott King, as well as make a visit to the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. California Governor Gavin Newsom's budget plan includes health care for all low-income Californians.
Governor Gavin Newsom believes universal access to health care is a fundamental right, regardless of immigration status.
We said we're going to do it. We said it would take a few years. We're committed to doing it.
California would become the first state to provide health care to all illegal immigrants.
Fox's Steve Rappaport. California already covers undocumented young adults. Some other states cover children or prenatal care. America's listening to Fox News.
This
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
I-75 southbound is backed up all the way from near the airport direct connect to mile marker 129 through Alico Road, past the Gulf Coast Town Center and toward Hertz Arena, going through Corkscrew Road because of a few crashes across that stretch of the interstate. All are off to the side of the road, but we still have a lot of onlooker delays nearby. Everybody trying to get over with the move over law, so just be extra cautious. You may want to avoid 75 altogether in that area. Take US 41, Michael G. Rip Parkway, all the way down through Alico Road, and then you can also hop on 3 Oaks Parkway to head south from Estero into Bonita Springs, then turns into Imperial Parkway. Collier County roads not too bad out there. We are seeing a crash still at Oil Well Road and Immokalee Road, and major westbound delays along Golden Gate Boulevard heading through the estates. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We've got cooler, drier weather conditions in the forecast this afternoon as highs only top off in the upper 70s in most spots. Lower 80s in others, but still cooler than we were yesterday. We'll stick with very breezy conditions through the later stages of this morning into the afternoon. Wind gusts could get as strong as 20 to 25 miles per hour. Eventually, things mellow out just a bit into tomorrow as we get back into the 70s. It's not until the following work week that we continue to see temperatures drop, dropping to the upper 60s in time for MLK Day. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Steven Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. right all along.
All right, let's do it right now. It is time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. It is the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
Political agenda is they want these kids to hate this country. They want them to reject our founding, our institutions, and they want to replace that with their leftist ideology, which would obviously be disastrous for this country's future. So the stakes are very high on that. But there's a problem when you can say it, you can't do it. But what if they defy you? What if they're doing it? And so what we're going to be doing in this upcoming legislative session, we're going to give parents the ability to go in and get legal relief if they're not following our state standards with respect to history and government. And I think empowering parents to be involved, making sure parents have a right to inspect the curriculum. And it's not just about critical race theory. I mean, there's a lot of other inappropriate content that can be smuggled in by public schools. And in some parts of the country have it way worse than Florida in that regard.
That's the governor of the great state of Florida, Ron DeSantis, who's talking about, listen, liberal educators hate the country and they want to teach our kids to hate the country. And there's a lot of examples of that, and there's a lot that we described yesterday on this program. In case you missed it, go back to the podcast and listen for yourself. And some of what some of the National Association of Independent Schools is trying to explain to the schools that are members and how to teach critical race theory, and kindergartners that are actually social justice warriors. They just don't know it yet, and all of these things that we continue to watch.
Number 4.
And we know that the 2 doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any. The 3 doses with a booster, they offer reasonable protection against hospitalization and deaths. Against deaths, I think very good. And less protection against infection. Now, we are working on a new version of our vaccine, the 1.1.
Oh, all right. So we're working on a new 1.1 version. So there's the CEO of Pfizer who wanted to let you know that 2 doses of the vaccine offers very limited protection, if any. 3 doses with a booster offers reasonable protection against hospitalization and death. Less protection against infection. But we got a new one coming out, everybody. Oh, man, we got a 4, 5, 6, 7. We got a booster. And then we got a new one from the Omicron variant, because, you know, what are we doing here?
Number 3.
And one more play for the Georgia defense. Georgia on the mountaintop. Demons be gone, and the drought is over. National champions at long last.
National champions at long last. Not since 1980 have we heard that sound of the Georgia Bulldogs beating the Alabama Crimson Tide. Jake's, not Jake's favorite. Jake's family's favorite team, but not Jake. No. He's a Gator.
Not my family either.
Oh, not your family either? Okay, so you're a Gator guy through and through. And Jake, you loved every second of watching the face of one of the richest coaches in all of coaching history make a face that is not a victorious face, but a sad face. Will you make a T-shirt with a sad face of Coach Saban on losing yesterday to the Bulldogs? Will you maybe you should make some sad face that you could sell that? What do you think about that?
Good idea.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Number 2.
The overwhelming number of deaths, over 75%, occurred in people who had at least 4 comorbidities. So really, these are people who were unwell to begin with.
Hey, wait. Are we allowed to say that right now? Oh, okay. Now we can say it. All right. Even though there are people that have been saying it for 12 months, 18 months, and have been deplatformed and eliminated from social media and the like for saying it, now the CDC director says that over 75% of COVID deaths were people with at least 4 comorbidities and were unwell to begin with. So now she says it, so it's okay to say that. Hey, can we get the number of people who have died because of COVID? I mean, can we get that actual number that died that maybe didn't have comorbidities, or will that be, is that too much?
Number 1.
Project Veritas has obtained never-before-seen military documents regarding the origins of COVID-19, gain-of-function research, vaccines, potential treatments which have been suppressed, and the government's effort to conceal all of this. Dr. Anthony Fauci has testified many times before Congress stating that the U.S. government was never involved in gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Oh, boy. There's James O'Keefe, Project Veritas. Monday night, they released a new report announcing that they've obtained U.S. military documents proving that the Fauci lied to Congress and more specifically, quote, never before seen documents regarding the origins of COVID-19, gain-of-function research, vaccines, potential treatments, which have been suppressed, and the government's effort to conceal all of this. Oh, boy.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Now, we come to find out, I think, didn't we? Yep, there it is. Today, in about an hour and a half from now, less than that, 10 a.m., Dr. Fauci and CDC Director Walensky and others will testify at a Senate hearing. Oh, boy. Hey, did you enjoy, Jake, watching last night the Alabama Crimson Tide be defeated by the Georgia Bulldogs? You enjoyed seeing that and hearing about that, didn't you? That was put a big smile on your face, didn't it?
It's a great day.
You want the next greatest show to watch? You might want to tune in at 10 a.m. when the Fauci has to go in front of the Senate and the CDC director and explain all the twists and turns that we're starting to hear now. Now we got this document that Project Veritas has out there. It's got a lot of questions on there. And the CDC director saying, hey, maybe there's some things that people have been saying for a long time that maybe we can start to admit now. Oh, boy. So, you might want to tune in for that one. I'm just saying. There was a lot of that going on. Oh, wait, this was pretty funny. The Democrats desperately now want to make sure that the Voting Rights Bill, the Voting Rights Act, the one that they've been pushing, not as hard as the Build Back Broke, but they've been pushing pretty hard for a long time in different iterations. But they're going to make this thing or try to make this thing happen with or without a filibuster, possibly. And this is, again, another way to fundamentally transform this country because it's kind of what Democrats love to do. Because they kind of don't love the country the way it is or has been founded, which is a really strange thing. And when people say that they love the country and they're Democrats, except how it's been founded and, the racists that founded it. And, we got to teach the kids about diversity, equity, and inclusion and critical race theory. But we're not really going to teach the kids. But we can teach the kids and we should teach the kids. But you can't show up at the school board meeting to let people know that you don't like what they're being taught because that makes you a domestic terrorist and all that kind of stuff. You know how that goes. So they're going to be pushing this. And this was pretty funny. I've got to find this audio. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So the president today is going to be in Georgia. And they're going to be talking about this Voting Rights Act. They're going to make it sound like the state of Georgia is a bunch of racists and trying to stop people from having the ability to vote and the red states and even here in the state of Florida and Governor DeSantis and stopping people from having the right to vote and all this nonsense without any proof. And it's just going to be all this, hyperbolic statements all day long. And now there was word that Stacey Abrams was going to be there. She said that she is not going to appear Tuesday with the president. She's running again for Georgia governor. But I thought this was funny when Jen Psaki was asked about it before she knew whether or not she was going to appear. Listen to this.
So on Atlanta, will Stacey Abrams be joining the president during any of these remarks?
Andrea, no, we'll have a list. There will be a number of elected officials joining us.
There'll be a number of elected officials joining us because Stacey Abrams is the governor of Georgia. You know that. And she hasn't admitted the fact that she lost the election, and the Democrats don't do that either. Because, they live in this alternative universe that if they keep convincing people that Stacey Abrams is actually the governor of Georgia, if they keep saying it enough, that people will start to believe it. So she's like, yeah, there'll be a number of elected officials, including, of course, Stacey Abrams, possibly, because she's the duly elected governor of nothing. But anyway, that's always fun. What else was? Oh, by the way, Vernon Jones, was bringing up something on his Twitter account about Georgia. Do you know the federal law requires election records, including videos, to be preserved for 22 months? And for the 2020 elections, the Georgia Secretary of State told registrars to retain videos for 30 days. Some of those videos have been destroyed. So they broke federal law there. A lot of questions about that. But we're not allowed to talk about 2020 and the election and what they did in Georgia and, these changes to try to stop these kind of things from happening, which somehow is going to stop voters in Georgia from voting, whatever. You know how that goes. What else did I want to touch on? Oh, yeah, and I guess I can just bring this up once again before we go to break. A couple of things when it comes to the vaccine. I played the audio of the head of Pfizer saying, 2 doses of the vaccine, very limited protection, if any. 3 doses with a booster offers reasonable protection against hospitalization and death, less protection against infection. But man, we got a third one coming. We got a new one coming up, everybody. We got another vaccine on the way. So can we go back to what you said about the doses and everything? Remember, he said this.
And we know that the 2 doses of the vaccine offer very limited protection, if any. The 3 doses with a booster, they offer reasonable protection against hospitalization and deaths. Against deaths, I think very good. And less protection against infection.
Hey, are we allowed to say that? So if somebody says, listen, you can still catch the vid if you are double, triple boosted, whatever the case may be, vaccinated. Are we allowed to say that now, or do we get shut down? Do our words get shut down? Are we not allowed to say that? Because he said it. And again, another example of how this administration and many people, and maybe this will come up in the 10 a.m. meeting on Capitol Hill with Dr. Walensky and Dr. Fauci, that we're not in 2020 anymore. We don't live in that world. So when Peter Doocy says to Jen Psaki yesterday,
I understand that the science says that vaccines prevent death, but I'm triple vaxxed, still got COVID. You're triple vaxxed, still got COVID. Why is the president still referring to this as a pandemic of the unvaccinated?
Well, I think, Peter, there's a significant difference between, and you just experienced this, and not to expose your public health experience, but I can speak to mine as well. I had been triple vaxxed. I had minor symptoms. There is a huge difference between that and being unvaccinated. You are 17 times more likely to go to the hospital if you're not vaccinated, 20 times more likely to die.
Hey, are those numbers still legit? Like, who came up with those numbers? And are those reality now? Because the Pfizer CEO was talking about 2 doses of the vaccine, very limited protection, if any, and 3 doses with a booster offer reasonable protection against hospitalization to death. Reasonable, but less protection against infection. He doesn't sound like she's saying. I mean, is there any reasonable way to actually quantify the people that are unvaccinated and the people that are vaccinated, and how your body would react if you're not vaccinated and you do get the vid? I mean, have they quantified that yet exactly, positively in 2022 with the variants, the way everything is right now? Or are we still talking like it's February and March of 2020? Are we going to continue to talk that way as if we live in that world? Well, we don't live in that world anymore. So maybe it's time to live in the world that we are in right now, as opposed to one that you keep bringing up from the past. I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. That's it. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele S for Ease. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. And then coming up tomorrow, I'm going to get more into this. This story Red State had about Florida Republicans trying to surrender on redistricting and giving Democrats new hope here in the state of Florida. My concern and many concerns of individuals that I talk to have to do with this very issue of Republicans who just seem to acquiesce to whatever it is that Democrats want to demagogue against them. when it comes to voting rights, and you don't want people to vote, and you don't care about human beings, and you don't care about this person, and you don't care about this group that we've put in a box, and you don't care about, and then Republicans are like, no, we care. As a matter of fact, we're going to show you how we care. And then Democrats sit there and put their hands together and rub them together and go, they fell for it again. They're too easy. So there's a story about redistricting here in the state of Florida, and how it looks like the Florida Senate is acquiescing to Democrats. And I just wonder if that is the case. So tomorrow we're going to explore this a little more, get into more detail. So look forward to that. All right, Glenn Beck is next. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching at drewsteele.com, subscribing to the podcast, and to our show on Rumble. We thank you for that. All right, let's find out what's happening with the remainder of the forecast with Wink News meteorologist Nash Rhodes.
We've got cooler, drier weather in the forecast for this afternoon as many spots struggle to get into the mid to upper 70s. 80 degrees will be about as warm as we get anywhere in southwest Florida today. Breezy conditions will persist into the afternoon with some wind gusts climbing to